7DU. Get making and good luck. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
I love Jewellery Maker because the products are so good and their quality is excellent. I love watching the presenters because they make me laugh a lot, and the demonstrations that they give are fantastic. I think probably Fleur's one of my favourite because I didn't think I would be able to do chainmail, and I tried it with Fleur and I love it, absolutely love it. The gemstones, I like learning about all the gemstones and to be able to tell people about them. It's such a great place to be with like-minded people.
Good afternoon, welcome to Jewellery Maker. If you just tuned in, I'm Hannah Stuart, taking you through until 5 o'clock this afternoon, joined by the gorgeous Nadja, who was here very bright and early this morning, weren't you? She's very eager today, not on till 1 o'clock, but thought she was on the morning show. So 6:30, was it, you got here?
Yes, yeah, well I got to spend the time here, so.
Just very excited, I think you were, weren't you?
I know, over zealous.
Yeah. The kits today are fantastic. It is seed bead weekend here at Jewellery Maker, so loads and loads of seed beads. I was just telling one of our budding beaders actually in the kitchen about the beads that I've got coming up for you a little bit later on. I've got some gorgeous peacock coloured beads in the second kit. The first one, loads and loads of blues for you. And in fact, I'm going to start with the kits straight away because it's been very, very busy morning. It's going to be a very, very busy afternoon. Now, there are two parts to this kit. Two parts of this kit. Now, when you see these pieces, the first thing I said to Nadja today was, oh my gosh, you must have literally been there since Christmas. Look at these designs. Nadja, how long, I mean, that centrepiece there, how long did that take you? Because that is a lot of work in that design, isn't it?
Probably about 10, 12 hours.
I think you were going to say 10 to 12 days, though.
No,
seriously,
not
that
bad.
is just incredible. That's beautiful. How did you get on with the seed beads? You love working with them?
I love the seed beads. I've always liked seed beads, but these ones were fantastic. I haven't actually had the chance to work with the super dewars before, and I just couldn't stop myself. I just wanted to make more and more, but then I ran out of them. So
they are
beautiful,
just phenomenal. These designs. I love this bracelet as well down here. That's beautiful. How long did this one take you?
It's not very long, maybe 2-3 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it's all right. Doesn't
They
take too
are
long.
fantastic. And you're going to be demoing that piece today, aren't you?
That.
Did you have many of the seed beads left? I mean, because there's a lot of seed beads that I've got in this particular kit, and your pieces are very seed bead heavy.
I've got plenty of the can't remember now, it's 11.0 and the 6.0.
Yeah.
8.0 and 6.0 I've got loads. If I look at them, I can tell the size, I remember. But I've used up all of the super duos, obviously, because I've used plenty in the designs. So, but I've got loads left of all the others.
There are loads there. There's got to be a couple of thousand, I would imagine, over 1,000 perhaps. All of these tubes, by the way, are brand new for you today. Brand new, and you will get all 5 tubes there as well. Only 81. Oh, only 81 chances. You will have to be very, very quick to come in for this. Now, these are brand new today. Seed bead launch here at Jewellery Maker this afternoon. Get yourself involved. Really easy to do so. 0800 644 655 on the phone lines, or you can join us on the web at jewellerymaker.com. Now, all you need to do is pop this in your basket, but just make sure that you are checking it as soon as you possibly can. Now I'm going to take you through each of the seed bead packs you've got here. So you've got the long drop beads, which I think are these ones here. Beautiful mystic blue you've got there, 3 by 5.5 millimeters in size, the metallic blue ones. Then you've got your dark blue, which are these ones here, are they? Oh my gosh, you know what, there's just so many, absolutely tons. How many do you reckon? Do you know, in fact, me and Danny were looking earlier on to see if we could find anywhere that had the kind of information as to how many there were. We couldn't find it anywhere, but do you know what, the theory that we've come up with is that there were so many that nobody counted them, because you've just looked at them and thought, do you know what? Even Danny and I looked at one pack of these and thought, should we attempt to count them? Probably don't have time, in fact. Probably don't have time, but we're guessing that there's over 1,000 in total there. There's just, I mean, these ones here, there's so many, isn't there? So you've got the metallic blue, the dark blue, the silver line sapphire colour. They are gorgeous. And you've got the royal blue there as well. Now, these ones, the super duos, I remember last time we had the seed bead weekend, these were really, really popular, because you can use two threading materials, can't you, with those ones as well?
Yeah, well, you can make 2 strands with that using a hole, and they're fantastic for macrame because you can make such beautiful designs with the 2-hole seed beads. So they are really, really popular. I absolutely love them.
In fact, the only other time that I've seen these was the last seed bead weekend that we had, which was, it was a good, a couple of months ago now. I knew that was going to happen at some point. It wasn't these particular ones. These ones are brand new, but it was the super duo ones that we had on the last seed bead weekend. We had loads of text messages just reiterating what you've said, really, about how great they are to use. They are fantastic. I mean, if I count out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there's approximately 20 there. And if you just look at how many are left in that tube, couple of hundred there, couple of hundred just in that one tube alone. They're really, really going to go a long way, aren't they?
No, definitely. I mean, there's so many in them. As I keep saying, you buy little packets, usually about 1 gram, and there's about 100 in them of the small ones, and it's a tiny little packet, so there must be at least 1,000. Yeah. At least for the smaller beads.
Oh,
and
definitely. These ones. Oh. I tell you, I thought I'd put the lid on. It's fine, it's fine. These smaller ones as well, when you look at these, there's definitely got to be getting on for kind of 700-800 in here. These ones are fantastic. Now, last couple of days I've been saying about smaller gemstones, kind of your microfacetted gemstones and your seed beads. This is the perfect example of showcasing what these do. They create attention to detail in pieces. Instantly, all of us in the office earlier on picks everything up to have a closer look, and that's what seed beads do, don't they? They create that attention to detail. It makes you want to pick up designs. It makes you want to have a closer look at them. And you can create any designs with these as well, can't you?
And they're very versatile. I mean, you arrange them in any shape and form, and for macrame, especially the super duos and the fringe beads, I call them, the sort of drop beads are great for fringe work. There's so much you can do.
They are gorgeous, and that luster, the different colour varieties. The drill holes on these, you know, even on the smaller beads, which I've got in my hand now, actually, the drill holes on those are really, really sizable. What kind of threads were you working with, Nadja? What size could you get through these?
Well, for these ones, you could get the 0.9 through easily once, which is fantastic for that. The super duos, you can get away with the 0.5 through once, which is great as well. But you can get through the 8 you can get the 0.5 long cord through twice.
Oh, that's handy to know, isn't it? Really, really fabulous. There's just so many there. Do make sure you put the lids back on. You do get all of those seed beads there in total, 5 tubes in total. You've then got a beautiful, beautiful strand. Oh, look at these royal blue pearls. I think I've only ever had one other strand of royal blue pearls, and my goodness, are they blue? They are gorgeous. Genuine pearls. I mean, that is the epitome of blue right there, isn't it? They are stunning.
It's almost
really
cobalt
beautiful.
blue.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Really, really vivid hue. They are gorgeous. I'm just going to quickly measure these, actually. 15 inches in length, that particular strand is. So you could just use those on their own if you wanted to, or you can incorporate them into this particular project as well. You've also got your wildfire here, which I know so many of you love. It is a fantastic threading material as well. That holds up to 12 pounds of weight, known because of it, the weight that it holds with designs as well. You know, when you're making jewellery, you want things to be wearable, if you like, and something that's going to last, something that's not going to break. And wildfire is going to give you that stability, that strength in your jewellery, particularly weighted jewellery as well. So if you've got some really huge gemstones that you want to put in there, that will be fantastic. Now that is your 0.2mm engage, and you've got 50 yards of your wildfire there as well. To be fair, we don't often have that at all. You know, we see lots of different threading materials. Wildfire, I think maybe I've had once before.
I don't think I've actually seen it. So
there you go then. Brilliant. Make sure you're getting this home. VYGC13 is your code for this one. £37.65 is where we should be on price. It's not where we're staying. See, if you came in on the web today and bought all of these components individually, that's the price tag, which is already incredible. You know, bearing in mind that all of these seed beads are brand new, bearing in mind that you've got a genuine strand of pearls. Oh, they are gorgeous. We're down to just £24.95. Nadja, do you sell your jewellery at all?
I do occasionally when I make enough to sell.
Yeah.
I do.
If you had to part with that design, what kind of price do you think you'd pop on something like that?
Probably something like 80, 100 pounds, because there's so much work in it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's phenomenal, isn't it? I tell you what, I'll buy that. Sold. Sold. 80 to 100 pounds. Fantastic. Just for that one piece there. It's going to allow you to put attention to detail in any of your designs. You know, you can incorporate the gemstones that you've already got. Oh, look at that. Goodness me. Susie in Sussex says a work of art. They're just stunning. I think all of these pieces, if I'd made these, I don't think I could part with any of them. I genuinely don't think, if I put that much effort into these pieces and that much time, I just don't think I could part with them. They are phenomenal. Over half of the stock has gone. Do make sure you check it out as soon as you can. Patting Merseyside, stunning. I tell you what, there's like, you know, not many words is there that cut it for this. Wow is the first one that springs to mind for me. Stunning, beautiful. They are phenomenal, and you know that value is fantastic for all the seed beads that you've got here at £24.95. Great for adding lustre, great for adding attention to detail, incorporating your other gemstones, or just using the seed beads in macrame, in kumihimo, your waihimo, whatever it is you want to put them in. They're going to work fantastically. You've got some really sizable drill holes on there as well for you to make it very easy in your jewellery making. 0800 644 655. Did I just see Araditha? Yes, I did. Loads of you coming through, and can I just say there's lots of multi-buyers for this one as well. That's the thing, when we launch these kind of these seed beads, I remember the last seed bead weekend that we had, they sold out so quickly, and that was how many months ago? We've not had them back since. This is the first time since then that we've had seed beads like this, so do make sure you're checking out. Collect it in Tyne and Weir. Sharul, Sue, Judith, Nicolette, Susan, collect it. Do you know what, if everybody checks out right now, that's it, single figures. There's lots of you on the telephone lines. It has been a very busy morning. Do remember, it's a free telephone number. Free telephone number. It's not going to cost you a single penny to hold on those phone lines. Look at the mess I've made.
At least I'm not the only one. You should see my couch.
Can you imagine? Can you even... Oh, I don't think I could work on the couch. Can you imagine when it comes to hoovering? You'd just find tons of seed beads, wouldn't you? Right, let's move on to the second part of the kit for you. Only 20 left now with the seed beads. everyone checks out, they're going to be gone. Right, second part of the kit now. When it comes to value, this is just phenomenal. We're always bringing you great value. That's what we're here about here at Jewellery Maker. Now, if you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, perhaps you are looking at Nadja's pieces and think, oh, gosh, there's just no way I could do anything like that. Don't worry, because you don't have to work on that project, as I said, but you can just come in knowing that you've got the essentials to start your jewellery making, your findings pack, whether you're making earrings, whether you're making necklaces, bracelets, whatever it is, you will need these findings here. They are your essential findings that you've got. Now, you've got your head pins, featherweight head pins, which are particularly good when you're working with seed beads or gemstones with a smaller drill hole on them. And then you've got your normal size head pins there as well, your ball head pins. You've got a metre long length of your silver plated chain. So with that metre long length, you could get 2 16-inch lengths for necklaces and a 7-inch bracelet if you wanted to. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be that at all. You've got jump rings there, quite a few jump rings in fact. They are your 5mm and you have 20 of them in total. So typically you would only use 2 of those per design. So your jump rings are used either at the end of bracelets or at the end of necklaces to make that connection, if you like, to add your clasp on and be able to secure that piece. You have 5. See, I love it when we get findings like this as well, because when you look at findings like this, it's not just a head pin, you know, it's not just a finding, is it? It's a working mechanism that you've got here. Now, there's 5 individual bolt ring clasps that you've got there, really, really popular, great for any design, you know, whatever your medium may be, they're going to be great for any of your designs. So you've got 5 of those. You've got your crimp tubes and your crimp covers there, and you've got some little seed beads in there as well, your silver plated seed beads in there as well. 35 of those, they're really, really pretty. Have a look at these cords. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous, gorgeous colours, along with this colour of seed beads as well.
Perfect
they are
colouring.
Perfect. Now you've got your charcoal grey, 75 metres of your C-long cord there, and that is 0.1mm engaged. Oh, probably that's that one down there, isn't it? There we go. That one just there. 0.1mm engaged. Then you've got the light blue, which is there. That's like a real nice cornflower, isn't it? A really like a powder blue. And then you've got your royal blue, which again is 0.1, and then you've got your white there, which is 0.1. Then at the bottom, you've got your thicker cords, both 0.9mm engaged. You've got your navy blue Essilon there, and you've got your charcoal grey Essilon there as well. Oh, I beg your pardon, the grey Essilon is 0.4, I beg your pardon, 0.4 and 0.9. So you've got 70 metres of the grey and 32 metres, I beg your pardon, of the 0.9. There's so much, there's so much. Over 400 metres in total. Now this fine cord, Nadja, I've not seen it a great deal, to be perfectly honest. How is this to work with? Because it's got a lovely texture to it, hasn't it?
It's really strong. It's really great for beading with. That's what I've used to actually make those seed bead pendants with. You can use different coloured cords. It's beautiful. And then there's other things you can do, which we'll see in the second kit. Different sort of style of working that you can do with it. It's great.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? So that's a huge meterage you've got there in total. And all of those essential findings. I mean, if you're brand new, this is a great place to start. But even if you've been with us for you know, 6 years now here at Jewellery Maker, topping up your stash today, you are always going to need these essentials there. £20.65, individually priced on the web. Could we get that under 20? Maybe, just a little bit. £12.95. 12. I mean, did you use all of your cords as well?
Oh no,
Nadja?
I've got
You've got loads left.
I basically used mainly the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got so much left. I mean, I've used quite a bit of
isn't it?
the cord to work with. I've got loads left.
Oh, I love that. And have a look if you can see at the top of the necklace on that design as well. It's really beautiful. So you can use that again for macrame. You can use it for kumihimo if you want to. Just threading your gemstones onto is fantastic. You could even pearl knot with those as well if you wanted to. So many different uses. And with 300 metres, over 300 metres it was it? Over 400. Wow. That is so much. I think yesterday we were trying to work out the size of a football pitch, so we could kind of roughly, you know, kind of work out what it is. Apparently, a football pitch, was it 300 yards, Wes?
I can't remember how
the football pitch. But anyway, there's way more thread there here than the size of a football pitch. We know that's going to go round quite a few times. It's brilliant, isn't it? £12.95, 100 yards. Is that all? Apparently, a football pitch is 100 yards. I thought that it was much bigger. It looks it on telly, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
100 up to 130 yards, so there you go. There's over 400 metres of threading material there for you. Every day is a school day here at Jewellery Maker. VYDC98 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Just to make sure you're checking out your baskets as soon as you can. So is it the bracelet you were going to show us, Nadja?
Yes, a bracelet.
Fantastic. I'll let you start your demonstration.
Right, okay. Well, to make this bracelet, I'm just going to bring it in.
Can I just bring that over?
Yeah,
just
sure.
a little bit. There we go. Fabulous.
So what we need to create first is I just prepared a little section here. And we're going to start off by attaching the cords to a jump ring. And then we're going to be working our way down by creating left and right double half hitches.
Okay,
Right? So I'm going to show you how to quickly, if I don't keep dropping my things.
We've all got the drops today, so it's not just me either. Brilliant.
Right, so what you need for this is about 1.5 meter lengths of cord. You need 5 of those cords, okay? So 1.5 meters. I usually just measure it like that.
Good old arm's length.
Yeah, I actually don't really know what. I know this is about 700, this is 1.5 meters.
Okay.
So, we'll fold all of the cords in half.
Yeah.
And then feed the end with a loop through the jump ring, like so. Fold the loop over and then just pull the 2 loose ends through. And this attaches the cords, and we'll do that with all 5 of the cords, all right? So what we need to do next is create a row of left double half hitches on the left hand side, and to do that we'll take the first cord in line, bring it towards the center, and the second cord is going to be a working cord. We're going to be attaching this with a left double half hitch. So you would go over your core, which is this one, pull the cord through the loop out towards the left, and then pull tight. And then to complete the knot, you'd have to repeat that, because there's always 2 revolutions to 1 knot.
Okay.
And once you're done, just set the cord, you've just knotted aside, as I always say, because it just helps with keeping everything neat and tidy, and then move on to the next one and repeat that. Tuck it away, and then go to the next one. So we'll do this with 4 cords. This is then exactly half of the cords we've attached, because once we fold them in half, you're left with 10 cords. And once you've attached the last one, set aside the core and the last cord you knotted, and we're going to move over to the other side. We're going to repeat the same process. So this time we're going to take the outermost right-hand cord, bring it in towards the center, and tie a right double half hitch. So this goes clockwise over the core, through the loop out towards the right, and then we pull tight and repeat. And that's a right double half hitch because we're knotting from right to left. So tuck this out of the way and then move on to the next one. Same process. So it's over your core, through the loop, and pull tight, tuck it away. Next cord until we get to the center. And the last one.
Okay.
So now we've got a sort of V shape happening. So now we need to actually attach the 2 center cords together. So we're going to take the left hand cord and attach it to the right hand cord with a right double half hitch. And this will tie off that triangle, like so. And that is the first section created. So now what we need to do is repeat that process. So we're going to start with the outermost cord again. Same thing. So take the first cord in line and tie right double half hitches. So it's very repetitive at this stage. You just do the same thing for a little while. It's good for practice. If you haven't done this before, to do a lot of repetition for your macrame is really useful, so that you can.
So you say this is quite a good technique as a beginner.
It is, because the sort of knot is what you'll be using mainly in macrame. The half. Double half and double half hitches are the ones that you'll be using the most. So when you're knotting, it's great to do a lot of repetition, like with anything really. So next, on the other side as well, we move back over to the right, and it's right double half hitches again. Tuck it away. And when you tie the knot make sure that your core cord sort of lines up. You pull the core cord a bit up towards the second row so that it is nice and neat. If you pull it downwards, there will be a gap in your, row. So I'm going to tie that again, and then we're nearly there.
Okay.
So last cord, and now again we're at the center where we need to tie the 2 core cords together. So same process again.
Okay.
And this is the first sort of section created. We're now here.
Yeah.
And it's time to add in the beads.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. There we go.
Yeah.
So the next thing we need to do is add our beads, and on the very first cord, just have to remember here, there's no bead at all.
Right.
We're just going to add this cord, attach it to the cord coming out of the center here.
Okay.
So we're tying it with a right double half hitch, if you can see here.
Oh, I'm just going to pull you back down a bit.
Going up. I'm just going to do it again because I don't think anybody could see what I did there. So the innermost core will be we're attaching the second core to the innermost core with a right double half hitch, like so. And this will bring the core into the center. So we'll attach it. And the next section here we'll be adding one of the blue 8/0 beads.
Okay.
And feed it on. There we go.
Okay.
Shift it up. And for the next section, we're going to start with one of the drops at the top.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to, because we have to add the super duo to both cords simultaneously, so we have to make sure that we feed them on in the right sequence, otherwise it won't sit. So a drop bead on the outmost cord, then it's a super duo.
Okay. Janie Cornwall has texted in. She says, "Hi ladies, there really needs to be some DVDs made for these lovely pieces. Wouldn't that have been great? Do you think you could do them all again?" That would have been great though, wouldn't it? DVDs. Watch this space, you never know.
So once you have fed on, do you say that even?
That's
fed
fine.
on the seed bead, you go to the second core and you feed that through the second hole in the super duo.
Yeah.
Like so. And this will now feed the super duo onto both of those outmost left cords and shift it up. And then it's another drop on the outmost, like so. Shift it up, and then another super duo, and then that would be all of them attached. I mean, at least the beads fed on, if you can say that. And again, as before with the second bead, we're going to feed that cord through, the first cord through the hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't really want to go through. What I normally do when this happens, should have done it first, is put a bit of glue on the end.
Just whether it's frayed,
and then cut it at a slanted angle so that there's a bit of a point to it. Okay, so now we've got all of the seed beads attached. I'm going to take the first cord with a blue bead and attach it to that cord as well with a right double half hitch.
Okay.
Like so. Pull that tight. Like that. And this is the first bead attached. And I'm going to just tuck this away. And then again, as before, attach the other cords just as if the beads weren't there.
Yeah.
So the second gets attached. Shift it up with your thumb.
Yeah.
So that the beads slot into place.
Okay.
And then again, to complete the knot, pull tight and tuck the core away, and then you're left with the last one to attach.
Yeah.
And that is the first section done on the left hand side. So what we need to do next is then repeat the same process on the other side. It's a repetitive process again, because it's the only difference here is that these are left double half hitches. Okay. So as before, we're going to take the cord that's coming out of the center, and the second cord will be attached with a left double half hitch.
Okay.
Like so. Pull tight. Shift the knot up and set aside the cord you've just knotted to avoid any confusion.
Yeah.
Then on the second cord, we're going to add a blue seed bead. There we go. And the same process on the other side is a drop bead on the outside first.
Okay.
A super duo on the second right hand cord. There we go.
Okay.
And then obviously you take the very first right hand cord
Yeah.
and feed it through the hole. Like so. So this adds the bead to both the cords.
Okay.
Again, a drop seed bead. As I said, it's a lot of macrame is actually just feeding on beads. If you use seed beads and gemstones. So it can be quite repetitive, but the rewarding bit is when you actually start knotting. So, okay, so the last section is a super duo.
Okay.
Again, and then again, feed the outmost cord through the super duo. I can see it's already, there we go. It went through, thank goodness. Right, so this is all the beads attached.
Yeah.
And then what we need to do next, obviously, is just tie them to the core.
Yeah.
So we've got all of our beads attached. The first cord gets attached with a left double half hitch to the core, coming out the center, like so. And then repeat. Tuck away. One more. And this is nearly all of the cords attached. And from then on, the pattern is very repetitive. I've got one more to attach. So this is all of the seed beads attached now on the outside.
Wow, look, and you can really see that starting to take shape now as well, can't you?
Yeah, so what we need to do next is now add the beads to the center, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So it's very easy.
Okay.
So what we have to do is to set aside these cords and have the two center ones.
Okay.
Just trying to shift this out of the way.
That down.
There we go. So now we have to feed a blue HO, a 6O, and then another HO onto the two center cords. Okay, this will sort of guide the shape of the diamond that we're going to create. So first it's an HO. So I'm just going to feed it through the cord. Like so. Sometimes it doesn't really want to go on.
Don't worry. Just to point out as well, if everybody checks out, as there's still quite a few in baskets, way over allocated now. So if everybody, in fact, you're not all going to do it. You're not going to do it. If you want those seed beads, just make sure that you're checking out as soon as you can, because there's not enough to go around anymore. 30-day, I'll start that again. We'll just cut that bit out. 30-day money back guarantee. Guarantees. Do you know what? Even if you get these home and you make pieces of jewellery within that 30 days, you can still send them back. All that we ask is you just send the jewellery back as well, and we will still give you your money back. Isn't that fantastic? Now, Helen in Lancashire, Marie in West Lothian, Sharon in Berkshire, Fazalat, Stella in Greater London, Sarah in Lancashire, Collector in Essex, Margaret in Merseyside, Sharul in Middlesex, Susan in Derbyshire, Collector in Leicestershire, Michelle in the Highlands, Collector in Gloucestershire, Natasha in Angus, Paul in the West Midlands. Some of you are going to miss out. I don't want you to miss out. You just got to check out. Fabulous. I'll let you carry on then.
All right, okay. So
can I
now,
move this back down?
Yeah, sure. I'm shifting out of focus again. Okay, so now I've added the seed beads to the two center cords.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we need to do is bring the outmost cord and bring it back towards the center. We're going to be attaching all of those cords that we have on the left to that cord. So again, first one is a right double half hitch through the loop, and then this will force that core cord to come back towards the center. You can see it creates an angle already because we're reversed knotting direction.
Okay.
It's kind of shifting around us. I'm just going to use a pin to hold it down, and I find this very useful to do that throughout because it gives you a lot more control over whatever you're doing. So, and then again. And also make sure that you don't pull too hard, otherwise the whole thing would double back up. So when you're tying the knot, just make sure that you hold your core cord at an angle towards you. Yeah. So that it creates that diamond shape.
Okay.
And just pull that tight. And then we get to the center. We're only just going to attach one because the other one belongs to the other side. And we're going to tuck these away.
Yeah.
And start on the other side. Take the core on the right hand side, bring it in towards the center.
Yeah.
And we're going to be tying right double half hitches. So again, it's over the core, through the loop.
Okay.
Pull tight. And again.
Yeah.
Like so. And then just repeat that until you get to the center.
Yeah.
Nearly there.
Do you know, it always amazes me with macrame that it's just a knot, but it's so effective, isn't it?
It's just the way you arrange them.
Yeah, every time I see a design, I think, my goodness me, that is just knots in that cord, but it just looks incredible, it really does.
And then, as I said, it's just a few basic knots that are repeated over and over again and arranged in a different manner. So so now we're back at the center, and again, as before, right hand cord attached to the left hand cord with a right double half hitch, and this will then tie everything off. All right, so now what we would need to do is just tie a row, an extra row. I don't know if there's still enough time. So what you would do is take the outmost cord and bring it down. Yeah. And then again, as with the top, it's a row of right double half hitches. Okay. So 1, 2 for each knot.
Righty-ho.
And then the next one. And again, as I said, it's very repetitive. Get to the center, and this also gives the diamond a lot more stability. If you just have a single row, it would be quite weak and floppy.
Yeah, so it's just giving it a bit more structure, isn't it? I guess.
And then the same on the other side. So you take your utmost right hand core and tie a row of right double half hitches until you get to the center. And that's exactly what you would keep doing until you get to the end. So you would repeat the whole pattern over and over again until you get the desired length. So you don't have to go all the way. You could have just a section, then add some chain, or you could make it a lot longer. So now the last bit to do is when you get to the end, I'm just going to shift this out of the way and use this section here. When you get to a place where you have got enough cords, enough length, for your bracelet, we need to bring the cords around the jump ring. So first of all, we're going to create a second row like at the beginning, so it looks the same. So take the cord on the right, the fifth cord on towards the center. Can you see it? Sure. Bring it towards the left and attach the cords on the right. With right double half hitches. So this will then create exactly the same pattern as it did at the top to go around the jump ring. Tuck it away. And again. So again, it's, as I said, it's repetitive in this section, but as long as you keep your knots tidy.
So you really want to keep your tension the same every time.
You keep your tension the same. Make sure that you pull the core cord towards the row you've just knotted. And the last cord that you have, you have to take the outmost cord and attach it to the second cord with a right double half hitch to bring it up, like so. And then tuck these away. And now the last row of the bracelet is the innermost cord in the center. You take that, bring it over to the right, and attach the cords on the right with left double half hitches.
So you're kind of making it symmetrical.
It kind of creates a double row. It's symmetrical, and it brings everything into balance.
Is that our mark? That's our Mark. Guest designer Mark Smith says, hello ladies, I just had to buy this kit and give seed beads a go. Nadja, you are incredible.
Oh, thank you, Mark. You are too incredible.
Oh, you're all just incredible. I love it. I could sit here all day and watch this. And oh, look at this, Alison Tarry as well. All the guest designers says, wow, Nadja, the work in those pieces is incredible. They are amazing and matched with an amazing kit price.
I know, isn't it? Thank you.
You see, our guest designers, they might be at home, they're still watching because they don't want to miss out. Brian in Rhondda says, such an amazing designer and great tutor. Thank you. I'm loving this. Really easy to follow. Really, really easy to follow. And I think that's very important, isn't it, for somebody that is a beginner, especially like me. I've never done macrame before, but if I was sat at home now with these materials, I could follow you very, very well.
Well, the most important thing about macrame, as I say, is to repeat yourself, practice, and once you get the hang of it, you can do anything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
Aisha in London says, inspired by Nadja's designs, I've been practicing micro macrame. For a designer, it is great to see how she creates her designs knot by knot. Oh. That is fabulous, isn't it? Really fun. Okay,
right.
Nadja.
Right, so the last thing we need to do once we've finished, it's a very short bracelet, but it'll be okay.
A mini version.
You could use it as an earring.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So what we need to do is now add in a jump ring. Yeah. Okay, it's really easy to do. It looks a bit fiddly, but it's actually not really.
Okay. Yeah.
So all you need to do is take your jump ring and feed the innermost cord, it doesn't matter which side, and feed it from the top through the jump ring. Yeah. Like so. And bring it over towards the right.
Righty-ho.
And this creates a little loop over the cord, okay? And then bring the jump ring, bring the cord from underneath, back through the ring, and then it creates a little loop with the cord. So that cord gets then fed again through that loop, like so. As I said, it looks fiddly, but it isn't really. Yeah. And then pull the jump ring as closely as you can to the work. Okay. And pull everything tight. And this will attach the jump ring to the bracelets. And then it's quite important when you've finished to take the cord you've just attached and feed it underneath everything, because you're going to be attaching all of the other cords. Yeah. There we go. You're going to be attaching all of the other cords to it. So what you would then do next is take the other cord on the other side, the centermost, and do exactly the same thing. And then just repeat that process until the jump ring is attached.
So you kind of, the way that I'm looking at this from how you're doing this is you're kind of mirroring everything you're doing. So are you going from one side to the other with that? Yeah,
it would be best if you go from left to right. Yeah. You keep alternating so that
keeps the balance.
It's central, yeah. And you just come back from the bottom. And then feed the cord through the loop, and that's it.
That is fantastic. Really, really fabulous. Love that design. Love all of these pieces, and that demo was just incredible. Thank you so much, Nadja, for that. And thank you for all your text messages. Unfortunately, we can't put them all on screen. We've had absolutely tons of text messages with compliments on your pieces, Nadja, today. Thank you so much. The CB kit has sold out. The second kit is on your screen, still available. Did we take it down to £12.95? £12.95. I mean, all of that cord you've got there as well. That is just phenomenal. And those essential findings you've got there as well. Guess what I've got for you now? You're not going to believe this. What have you been waiting an absolute age for? Not custard, Danny. Well, when was the last time we had these? Do you know, I've never, ever had them before. The amount of times we've had guest designers here doing, you know, kumihimo and macrame and saying, oh, you know, I could do with one of those weights. We've got any weights? We haven't even got. Do you know what? We haven't even got any in the studio that we can use. There just aren't any anywhere. They're like gold dust, these weights. Now, when you're doing your kumihimo, and you're working on your round disc, and you've got your cords that obviously your design drops down into the centre of the kumihimo board. It comes down into the centre, but so that tension remains, as we were just saying, tension is very, very important in these kind of designs. Having these weights on will keep that tension consistent throughout your design for you. So you've got your 100-gram weight and your 50-gram weight. You simply just clip those onto your cords or your wire, whatever you're using for your designs, and just have that dangling down at the bottom of your kumihimo board, and that's going to keep your tension consistent through the whole design for you, like gold dust. These back in stock. Need to sort those graphicals out, don't we? 0800 644 655. Get these home today. Do you know, I've got to be honest with you, I'd multi-buy as well, because don't you think that perhaps, you know, some of these things can be quite time-consuming as design. So if you want to just kind of leave a design, pick up your other kumihimo board and carry on with another, you can leave that weight on there as well, can't you? So I'd definitely be multi-buying. Haven't seen the 100-gram one for nearly a year. Wow. That's, yeah, Claire just said, you know what, it's ridiculous. You're saying it's nearly a year, it's a year in October. But really, October's not far away, is it? It's not, is it? 0800 644 655. Once you have these as well and you started using them, it's the kind of thing that when you don't have it, you're thinking, oh, do you know what I really need? I really need a weight. I really need. And do you know what? There's quite often people have said, well, you know, you can try and compromise. You can try and find something that you might be. Nothing cuts it quite like these do. You've got your 100 grams and your 50 grams. Producer Danny just told me to say, this is his job, this is what he does, he speaks to me in my ear. Would you say that that is a weight off your mind when you have got these? Nadja, don't laugh.
Can't help.
Don't laugh. Claire, you've spent too much time with Danny. Does it relieve the tension? Righty-ho. Do you know, I would just dial now, and I would multi-buy because we've not seen them for ages, never know when they're going to come back. £11.90, already an incredible price, but that is not where we're staying today. Really? Do you know the 100-gram weight by itself, £6.95. Guess what we're going to do today? Buy one, get one free. Yes, buy one, get one free. Fantastic, fantastic value. £6.95.
That's an amazing price.
Isn't that incredible? Have you got quite a few of these, Nadja?
I don't have a single one.
Oh my gosh. Nadja, you have my permission to leave the studio and go and get them if you need to. That is just incredible. It's one of those things. Do you know, if you're doing kumihimo as well with your board, many of you may have seen Prue here before. She's always got them there. Always got them. I've seen guest designer Mark Smith using them before. It is one of those things that genuinely, when you've not got it, you'll think, oh, I just need something. I just need something. I think it's quite difficult, especially with kumihimo as well, trying to keep your tension. I know when I've had a go at wire hemo before, I found that quite difficult to kind of keep that consistency, that tension, to make it look the same throughout the design. And if you're selling your jewellery, of course, that's really, really important. Belinda in the West Midlands says, hi Hannah, they are great for keeping your tablecloth on the table when you are eating outside. Genius, Belinda. Craft fairs as well, of course, for those of you that do your kind of summer craft fairs. If you're outside, again, that's just perfect for that as well, isn't it? Never. Danny's just looked on the internet, just typed it into a search engine. He's found one for $18.99. Wow.
Really?
Wow. That's ridiculous. You know, I know we're competitive, but that's... I would never. Claire's now, does that include postage? Does it come in gold-plated packaging? No? Is it diamond encrusted? No. Strange, I tell you. If you've not got yours yet, do you know what? You can dial now. We've got a great quantity of these for you. 70 have already gone. All you need to do is dial that number, 0800 644 655. Or check out on the web today. That is, how many did we start with, Danny? Excellent. 3 100. And can I just say, there are so many of you multi-buying as well, and that's what I like about things like that, is it's a bit like you know, like the bead stoppers, for example. So you can, you know, you can use lots of those. You can work your way through a strand if you want. You don't have to complete the strand, just pop your bead stopper on it and put it to one side. You know, with these you can start a design, you don't have to finish it. You can leave the weight on there, and then you can start on another design if you want to. That is such a fantastic price tag at £6.95. Massive congratulations if you've managed to get those. I know loads of you have been waiting for ages to get your hands on them. I'm so glad I had them today. Brilliant. Satin cords. I think you've got these as a challenge.
Yes, I do.
Interest. I can't wait to see what you're doing with these. These cords are, look at the, you can see.
Oh, they're fabulous.
They just look so luxurious, don't they? Really silky. And I would imagine that that's really important, Nadja, especially when you're doing kumihimo and macrame, because, you know, you're wearing that material. It needs to feel nice against the skin. It needs to be nice to wear, doesn't it?
The finish is really important, most definitely, and that's a very luxurious sort of finish you get with those.
They're fantastic, aren't they? Now these, they're all 1 millimetres in size. You've got your red, your white, your aqua and your black, 10 metres of each. So that is 40 metres in total. How useful are the bobbins as well? Incredible. When you've used all of your threading material there as well, if you've got any chain, perhaps you've come in and bought a 3 metre length of 925 sterling silver chain, you can wrap that around there. You can use them for your wire if you want. Also, for many of you, I know guest designer Mark Smith will kind of agree with me here, if you've got cats, these bobbins are the handiest thing ever. They do like them, but they're so handy because it stops them getting to your cords as well. And obviously it stops that unravelling, whatever threading material that is. It could be chain as well, anything you like, and they're really useful. We've seen guest designers use the bobbins in their design. I think it was Anne de Bruges that used one in a necklace and just literally wrapped, I think it was the, it was some of the kind of, it was t-shirt yarn maybe, I think she wrapped around it, just created a donut. It looked fantastic. Use them in your jewellery when you're finished if you want. £3.95 for 40 metres.
I bought those without cords on because I needed them for kumihimo, just the bobbins, and it was more than that for 4 without any cord on.
You see, that's £1. That's not even £1 a bobbin. And really, Nadja, you know, you could use these, incorporate them into the design that you're doing as well. If you wanted to, maybe for the first time, if you're brand new to Jewellery Maker, you've seen this technique and you're thinking, do you know what, I really quite like the idea of macrame, because it's very therapeutic, macrame. It's an ancient knotting technique, which, as I was just saying, you look, when you watch these demos, you think, do you know what, it's just a knot, but doesn't it look incredible? It looks fantastic. So if you are brand new, what a way to start, £3.95.
Great size as well for beginners, because you can feel them in your hands and it's easy to take control of them, so they're great.
That's fabulous. Yeah. Really fabulous deal. Well done if you've managed to get those. Do I have some wire? Nylon jewel pliers. Oh, would you look at these? The forming pliers. I'm not sure if I've had these before. I haven't seen them for a very long time. Now, your nylon jewel pliers, these are fabulous. So for those of you that are wire workers, well, to be fair, any medium that you work in, you probably use wire at some point. Now, if you've got any of the coloured wires, so maybe the chartreuse, you know, the kind of the royal blues, the fuchsia pinks, the reds, anything like that, obviously that wire is coated. With your 925 sterling silver wire, you don't want to put any dinks or dents or marks in that at all. So nylon jewel pliers are really handy, because you've got this kind of plastic forming on the pliers there. It's going to stop any marks being transferred onto your wire. So your forming pliers there, maybe you've got some blanks, or you've got, let's say, I don't know, one of the 925. Not too long ago we had a 925 stamping blank, and it was 6 inches, and it was meant for a cuff. So all you would do, it could be a bare copper sheet that you've cut for a cuff, you put that into the forming pliers and you just work that round, so it gives you that perfect curvature for a cuff or for a bangle, anything like that. It gives you that curvature for your pieces, and that's not going to mark any of your wire, any of your coloured wires, your 925 sterling silver. They are brilliant for that. And then you've got your round nose pliers, which again, exactly the same. It's not going to mark your wire in any way. Your round nose pliers, great if you're doing rosary linking, you know, if you want to create, again, that curvature in your wire, or you're making any kind of loops, it might be swirls, anything like that. And these, I think again, both of them, I've maybe seen them once before. They are fantastic. If you're doing commissions for anyone, or perhaps, you know, you've kind of done your prototype in your silver coloured wire, but then you're on your 2925, I mean, you're going to be taking care with that design, aren't you? These are fabulous. Both of them together, they're not separate, both of them together, £11.90 individually priced on the web. Today, because you are tuning in live, we will bring you that discount price, 0800 644 655 DQ GC 63. Isn't that like buy one get one free again?
Must be, because I paid that again. I paid that for those when I bought them for the round nose pliers.
I am sorry, Nadja. I'm really sorry. £6.95. The forming pliers on their own, £6.95. So we're giving you the round nose pliers for free. That is fab. And can I just say as well, for me, even without the round nose pliers there, just the forming pliers. I know a lot of the times, and I've tried to make cuffs. I've used a couple of the blanks before. To get that curvature, and it comes down to professionalism. Now, I am quite a perfectionist. If it's not perfect in my eye, I don't like it. I'm just not happy. Just not happy. So, say for example, if I was making a cuff and I looked at that and it is not perfectly symmetrical, it's not enough for me. It doesn't cut it. These will give you that perfection in your pieces. But also, when you've got the right tools for the job, it makes things quicker, it makes life easier. Time is money when you're selling jewellery as well. So if you've got those tools that is going to make your life easier, it's going to get that job done quicker, absolutely brilliant. £6.95, that is just phenomenal value. You can use that with any of your blanks that you've got there, any of your bare copper sheets as well. If you've got your 925 silver sheets, absolutely perfect. Do you want to have a go of these, Nadja? Were you able to demo them for me? Do you want to use these ones?
I'll use these ones.
You do those ones. I'll do those ones.
Yeah,
brilliant.
great.
Have we got some wire down there?
Yeah, I've got loads of wire here.
Fabulous.
I've got one of these here, so it'll be quite easy to do that. So what I would normally do is just to make a spiral, maybe, is to start it off with the pliers here, and you would just twist them around. It might be better off to start it with one of these, because it won't slip like so. So I would just twist it around a little, until I get to the center. And what I normally would do is cut off that straight bit just to make the loop a bit more round. So now with these, it's much better to slip them in. I made the loop too small. Great. So the important bit with these is that you, again,
there's nothing like a bit of pressure.
Not at all. There you go. So then what you would do is just basically twist the wire around the pliers and create a loop like so. And this will make sure that the wire doesn't get marked at all.
Do you know what I like with these particular ones as well, especially those round nose pliers there? You know how sometimes we say with the other ones, with the normal ones, you can kind of mark them if you want to. So maybe if you're making a jump ring and you want, or rosary links, and you want to make sure you're putting them in the same point with that, it's something like that. You could put permanent marker on there. You could mark them, and then you know every time you do that rosary link, you've got them in exactly the same place. You're going to get those ones and these ones at just £6.95. DQ GC 63. Hundreds of these have gone. Mary in Yorkshire. Is that Mirabelle, I wonder? Telephone lines really busy. I've got multi-buyers leaning. Cardiff's got two. Collect it in Greater London. You've got two as well. Congratulations to you. Well done to Collect It in Bedfordshire. You've got two. Collect It in Greater London's got two. Loads of you still coming through. If there is a queue on the telephone lines at the moment, do remember it's a free telephone number. It will not cost you a single penny. Something else that's actually quite important to mention, with all of our tools, I'm sure you're aware with the Zero range certainly, but also our tools here at Jewellery Maker, if you've got dexterity problems, they are made for they're made for comfort. They really are. So the resistance on these as well is fantastic. You're not going to have any trouble working with these. But as always here at Jewellery Maker, for whatever reason, you don't get on with them, just send them back at £6.95. We've not taken away your 30-day money-back guarantee at all. You've still got that there, free telephone number, and at just £6.95, you've got two very, very handy tools here today. Still about 20 in baskets. I've got to say though, Webbers, hot on your heels today. Lots of you checking out very, very quickly as well. So well done to you for getting on it and checking out, making sure that you've secured your purchase, because of course that's the only way you can do it. While you sit with things in your basket, you've not secured them, not secured that purchase. So do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Seed bead kit did sell out. The other findings kit and the cord still available at £12.95. If you want to come in and get those, they are still on the website for you. There may be other things still available as well, so just check that out on the web. Coming up for you after the break, I have Orissa Iolite. I know, it's very exciting, and I've got so many more deals as well. Go and get yourself a fresh cuppa, and I'll be back here in just literally a couple of minutes time. See you in a sec.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that Jewellery Maker's phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95.
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
How high-end does that look? Look how... Can I just say that, to me, that looks like a salon sapphire. Doesn't it? I tell you, it's not every day we get iolite with clarity like that. My word. That's coming up for you in just a second. But before, do you remember... 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe it was, just around about the 4th of July, we had a couple of massive diamond auctions here at Jewellery Maker. Oh yes. You've probably heard about it. People were talking about it for ages afterwards. Pink diamonds. Now, we have been given the last 21. Pink diamonds. Oh my gosh. We had an incredible auction on these. They've only ever been seen once before a couple of weeks ago, and we have been allowed today to bring you last of stock. Once they have gone, that is it. A first for us here at Jewellery Maker, genuine, natural pink diamonds. Obviously, they will be a considered purchase. Only ever seen once before. Last of stock coming up for you at 2:30. Oh, pink diamonds. Pink. Wowzers. Also, have a look at these. Not 100, not 200, not 300, but 400 gold plated 925. Yeah, gold plated 925, 400. About 4 o'clock this afternoon, I think. Oh, wow, I cannot believe our producer Danny has been in the special cupboard. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, I'm just going to put, in fact, I'm going to give the gemstone a wipe first, and I'm just going to put it on the desk for you because I don't want to get my hands in the way. I don't want to put anything in the way of this gemstone. Now, iolite is something, we probably have iolite, I don't know, once a week, maybe. You know, it's not something we see every single day of the week. It is a collector's gemstone. And here at Jewellery Maker, as you're well aware, most of the time we bring you bead quality gemstones, which is fantastic because it means we can go really, really low on price. You'll know that when we are looking at kind of gemstone quality, we're kind of, you know, knocking it up a level, if you like. Now, I remember probably 7 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, there was a parcel of Orissa iolite that landed, not literally, and the commotion that went on was unbelievable. The gem industry went absolutely wild over Orissa iolite. Now, this location in India is famed for giving not just us, but the world, the finest iolite we have ever seen. Iolite is a gemstone that typically will come with inclusions and cloudiness. This region in India has given us iolite with the most incredible clarity. Something we are not used to seeing in this gemstone at all. With your Orissa iolite, you're not just seeing blues, you're seeing the violets, you're seeing those deep dark ocean blues, you are seeing flashes of pinks coming through there. A gemstone that is 100% natural. 100% natural, gemstone quality, and this is 50 points. 50 points in a single solitaire. That is half a carat. Now, I love this gemstone, and I've always loved this gemstone. I've done a lot of research into iolite in the past, and I know that when you find this gemstone, especially in a boutique jeweller's, you may have to look for this particular location as well. It commands very high price tags. Very high. Natural, with this intensity of colour, this clarity is unheard of. So the fact that we can bring you this here at Jewellery Maker, for me, is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Now, you will get the Orissa iolite, and you will also get the ring mount. Have a look. How gorgeous is this? Now, they will come separately. All you have to do is take your Orissa iolite. If you've got your gem setting tools, brilliant. If not, don't worry. You can use tweezers, and I would recommend nylon jaw pliers because we're working with 925. Just drop your gemstone in and secure those claws so that that gemstone is held in place very, very tightly. You have 925 sterling silver, and the ring is in a size 7, which is your size N to O. It's the most popular size here in the UK. And you've got half a carat of Orissa iolite there at just £14.95. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal value. 0800 644 655, or on the web this afternoon at jewellerymaker.com. What a gorgeous, gorgeous gift idea you've got there as well. You could, if you wanted to, entirely up to you, you could just snip the Orissa iolite off there, pop that into a pendant if you wanted to, just have the bow as the ring. Is entirely up to you. That is gemstone quality that you've got there. Linda in Bedfordshire says, wow, beautiful, I just had to have it. Looks as deep as blue as the sapphire in my engagement ring. Fantastic price for such perfection. Isn't it just, Linda in Bedfordshire? Really, I mean, look at that. How expensive does that look? Phenomenal. If you've got that in your basket, do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Right. Don't forget, pink diamonds coming up for you. About 20 minutes time or so. And deal of the day today. Oh, look at that brand new Jewellery Maker bag for you. Fabulous. Right, pearls. Oh, they're huge. Absolutely colossal. Quite possibly some of the biggest we have here at Jewellery Maker. I'm just going to pop those off my microphone. There we go. 10 to 11 millimetres in size. I think in pearl terms, has anybody here actually seen bigger than this? Because I think 10 to 11 is the biggest millimeterage that I've seen. They are genuine freshwater culture pearls, and they are natural. Completely natural. Now, quite often in the gem industry, pearls are bleached. Nothing wrong with that at all. If there's room for improvement, we will absolutely do it. With these, there is no room for improvement. Now, although we see pearls quite often, it's fair to say here at Jewellery Maker, they are in actual fact very, very rare indeed. When you think that a mollusk produces just one pearl, and for, you know, every couple of hundred, for example, that could be opened, that pearl may not be of gemstone quality. Remembering that doesn't happen every single time. That pearl has to be of gemstone quality. It's taken years and years for that pearl to grow a nacre of this kind of thickness. And that's just once, but look how many you have on this strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 41 approximately on this strand. Genuine, natural and sizable. Now, guest designer Fleur Hastings, who was here just a couple of days ago, said to me that when she pearl knots, she'll pearl knot her necklaces, add a 925 solid sterling silver clasp, and she will not sell them for less than £100. Now, I'm thinking that with pearls of this size, that actually Fleur would put a higher price tag on than £100, because they are some of the largest that we do for you here at Jewellery Maker. Really, really sizable. Do you know what? You've got to take that into consideration when it comes to pearls. If you have a look at the prices, generally, you won't find anything in double figures. You'll struggle. I mean, if you do, I'd be questioning its authenticity, because you know us so well here at Jewellery Maker, because you know about our buying power and how good we are. £17.95. If you are brand new and you have just tuned in for the first time and you are thinking, absolutely no way. No way. Genuine freshwater culture pearls, natural, £14.95. Where is the catch? There isn't one. There is no catch. There is no small print. That price tag on your screen is what you are paying for genuine white water, I said this the other day, white freshwater cultured pearls, 10 to 11 millimetres in size. Now, we are so confident that we will not be beaten on price. We give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you find somewhere that you can get these kind of size pearls at this kind of price tag, this quality, anywhere else, just send these back. No quibble, money back guarantee. So basically it's going to cost you approximately 72p to make a pair of earrings. What would you sell those for? If you were using 925 solid sterling silver earring findings, which of course in turn are going to add value to your designs. Again, lots of guest designers here at Jewellery Maker will say £15 to £20 absolute minimum. Our guest designer Jan would be calling this a gravy strand, wouldn't she? Julie in the Isle of Wight says, hi girls, my husband is in the garden mending the bench, so I get to watch JM and I'm making a Tanzanite and sterling silver necklace. Fantastic day. Wow. But that's like living the dream, isn't it? Hubby doing the gardening, out mending the bench. You watching Jewellery Maker, making jewellery. I love it. BC GP 35 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Well done if you've got them already. If you've not yet, do get checking out. In fact, you know, about 18 months ago perhaps, one of our customers texted us in. Now she'd paid £19.95 for her strand of pearls. And she pearl knotted them and she added a 925 sterling silver clasp. She had them valued at £499. Now, really, wow. Claire, Director Claire's just saying that yesterday they had some valuations in for pearl necklaces as well, and all of them were in 3 figures. Lowest was 350. Why is everybody not jewellery making? I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it? But, you know, valuation's very important and something that we perhaps, as viewers here at Jewellery Maker, forget to do. Because the prices are so low, it might not even enter your mind to get a valuation on a strand that you paid £6.95 for. But you'd be so surprised. If you can, get your pieces valued, and please, please let us know as well. Lots of you multi-buying for these. Massive, massive well done. They are gorgeous. Right, Opal, oh, last 17, this is going to be on and gone. 300 went last time, 300 the time before that. Last 17 chances. Now, as soon as the graphicals come on screen, you can start to dial. So if you're brand new, that telephone number is at the bottom of the screen all day, every day. And it's free, not going to cost you a penny. When you're calling in for the very first time, the call centre will take a few details from you, and that's it, your account's set up. And you'll be back quite a few times today as well. This is a really long strand, really, really long strand, 30 centimetres. You know what I'm going to say? Holiday. That is a holiday strand right there. 50 carats of tropical blues, completely natural, faceted rondelles, 4x2 to 6x2 millimetres in size. Do you know, with all the seed beads that we've had and that we've got coming up, if you just wanted to pop some seed beads in between these and use them as spaces, I mean, I'd imagine they'd look fantastic in macrame.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. They're great for bracelets.
Yeah.
To work them in as a fringe as well.
Yeah.
And then great for simple men's bracelets. I think if you have some black agates to go with that, would look fab.
That would look lovely, wouldn't it? Really, really beautiful. You've got such a lot of gemstone here, 50 carats in total, really, really long strand. I mean, if I put the other pearls here, actually, you know, just see how well that works with pearls, whether it be your Keshi pearls, your Biwa pearls, they'll look fantastic with. Any other coloured opals as well, so if you're looking to have any of our lavender opal, the purple opal, the pinks, they're going to look fantastic with the greens as well. Mix and match those up, perhaps Ethiopian, oh. £8.95. This is a collector's gemstone. It's just because of our buying power here at Jewellery Maker that we can bring you such low, low prices. That is fantastic. UCRU36 is your code for this one. That works out to approximately 17p for a carat. A whole carat of gemstone. 5 chances left. There's loads in baskets. I've got multi-buyers there as quickly as you can. It is fastest fingers first on this auction. Collect it in Berkshire. You've got 2 Lee in Cardiff's got 2 Suzette in Kent, Patricia, Jenny in Surrey. Pat in Yorkshire, Marie in West Lothian, Kate in Greater London, Nita in Berkshire, you're there as well. Just 3 chances remaining. If you are on the telephone lines, please make sure that you always speak to somebody. Don't hang up, even if we've moved on and you think they've gone. There are lots of people that have things in their baskets that don't actually check out. So there is every chance that you could be successful. So please, please make sure that you are speaking to somebody just to see, because if you don't, you will never, ever know. UCRU36, well done. Sterling silver jump rings. Look how many there is. Wow. My goodness me. 2 100. Now these are 7mm jump rings, really, really popular size, and great for so many of your weaves. Now, 200 jump rings. It wasn't too long ago actually that I was wearing a necklace that guest designer Fleur had made. And she'd made it using these particular jump rings. And I asked Fleur what kind of price tag she would sell that necklace for. And she said a minimum of £80, depending on where she was selling, but a minimum of £80. When you think about the grammage of 925 sterling silver that you have here, and the fact that 925 has actually risen in price tag over the last couple of months, you have, is that gram weight right? Oh, 24 grams of 925 sterling silver. That is such a huge amount. If you are doing chainmail, then these are going to be fantastic, because with 207mm jump rings you can do absolutely loads with these. However, typically you're only going to be using 2 of these in each design. And jump rings are usually used to finish off design, so you will add them onto the end of your thread materials for a necklace or a bracelet, so that you can add, in fact you might just use one in some cases as well, so that you can add your connection, if you like, to that design. So bearing in mind you've got 200, that is a lot of pieces of jewellery. Now I'm just going to show you how well made these are, because a lot of the time, I mean I do have contact lenses, but I mean, that is so difficult to find where they have been cut. They are so well made. And that is what so many of you are saying time and time again. It's about how, I don't know if you can see right at the top there. I can't see it from here. I can only just feel it with my nail. Where they've been cut. They are open jump rings. Very important that you open them like you were opening a door, so kind of front to back, if you like, and you would use your pliers for this, not tweezers, but make sure that you are opening them that way as opposed to out, otherwise you will kind of mess with the structure of the design. You'll never be able to get it back. So do make sure you're opening them that way as well. You've got 925 sterling silver. If you've got Tanzanite, pearls, any of your big 5 at all, generally most people will want a minimum of 925 sterling silver when it comes to a certain calibre of gemstone. So always great to have these in your stash. For chain mailers, absolute dream come true to get 200. At £34.95, that is 17 pence per jump ring. YKDL45 is your code for these. Now, Nadja, you do actually have some jump rings as a challenge over there. What do you do chainmail, do you?
Occasionally.
Ooh, there you go. So you've got the gold-plated ones that are coming up later on.
I do, yeah.
But typically, how many would you use per design?
It just depends. I mean, I haven't done much chainmail, so I wouldn't really exactly know how many.
I mean, just on your kind of on your macrame designs, just kind of 2.
2.
Yeah, 2. So that's 100.
Yeah,
100 bracelets.
That would last you forever if you were to use it for your macrame or for earrings or. For just a simple necklace.
So when we're kind of talking about the basics, actually they go and go and go and go, and at just 17 pence a jump ring for your 925 sterling silver, that is fantastic. They're going to be adding value to your pieces as well, because it is a precious metal. It's also the most lustrous. So actually, you know, in chainmail designs, if you're not using any gemstones, just the 925, so much luster. They are beautiful. 0800 644 655. Or on the web at jewellerymaker.com, YKDL45. Massive congratulations if you've managed to get those. Look at those, 200. Wow. Guest designer Fleur Hastings, who is an expert in chainmail. I'm pretty sure that she said she gets through over 100,000 jump rings a year. Yeah, 3,000 a week, I think she said she uses. Yeah, on average, I think that was. Now, Nadja, you picked these up, didn't you, earlier on? And actually, one of our customers messaged me on Facebook quite a while ago now saying, when have you got any more of those rough nuggets coming up? Because they are so popular on my craft stores. And they really are, aren't they? Gemstones like this. For those of you that kind of, you know, are into your crystal healing or crystal healing properties of gemstones, if you go into any kind of crystal shops, you quite often see gemstones like this, just loosely, you know, sold individually at kind of, you know, £3 each, something like that, which actually, if you're going in there to buy 1 or 2, it's absolutely fine. But you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 individual, and I'm going to call them rocks, because they are absolutely huge. I mean, they're not nuggets, are they? They are like rocks that you've got there. 26 by 23 to 41 by 31 millimeters in size. 600 carats of probably one of the most recognizable gemstones, I think. Everybody knows amethyst, don't they? It's one of the most popular, in fact, especially for new bidders and actually regular bidders as well. Really, really popular choice of gemstone. But this rough look, loads of big designers are doing it at the moment. If you follow any of your big jewellery designers on kind of Instagram, Pinterest, any of your social networking sites, they're all kind of going for this real, you know, the rough nugget look, whether it be diamonds, like the pink diamonds I've got coming up, you know, anything like that. Just wrapping one of these, wire wrapping one of these, long drop in a pendant. How fabulous would that look? Or, very Monica Venada, you could just take one of these, wire wrap that into a ring, and that would be a statement piece of jewellery. Maybe with copper, rose gold, I think, with amethyst. Tends to be a lot of people's go-to, doesn't it? $14.95. How many did I count? 17 gemstones, I think I counted. So that's not even £1 each already. Go and have a look in those crystal shops. A couple of pounds each, £3 each. We're at £9.95. £9.95. That's not even how many pennies? Not even 2 pence per carat for genuine amethyst you've got there. I mean, you could go all out, couldn't you? And you could, in fact, as they are knotted with that purple cord, looks really, really beautiful. But you could take some of, you know, your kind of fuchsia pink cord if you wanted to, and knot those again if you could, and just have that kind of huge statement look over your chunky knit jumpers in the winter. How fabulous would that design? Real statement look. That's an average of 35 carats. 35 carats per gemstone. Obviously, some of those are much larger than others. So, you know, in just one gemstone here, but you could be looking at something like 50, 60 carats easily in one of those huge gemstones at the bottom. WIPO 42. Right, this is going to be on and gone. Massive carat weight. The clarity of this. By far the best topaz I've ever seen. And 100 carats. Now, this is a gemstone actually that you can find quite freely on the high street, sky blue topaz. In fact, if you just type into a search engine now, you'll probably come across loads of high street jewellers. However, 100 carats, I don't think you're going to find that. 100 carats. If you wanted just one carat in a ring, 925, you could quite easily be looking at high double figures, if not 3 figures. That is 100 carats of sky blue topaz with the most incredible clarity. Gemstone quality gemstones we are looking at. You've got the clarity, you've got the colour, you've got the lustre, you've got the brilliance. You have it all. Do you know what? I was just about to say these are going to be a considered purchase. I genuinely thought these were kind of £79, £69, £95. All day, every day. We're at £39.95. Imagine just one of these delicate bracelets, some fine sterling silver chain, one of those gemstones as your something blue on your wedding day. That's ridiculous, £29.95. If you are watching on the web right now, open up a new tab, just type in sky blue topaz. You will be shocked and amazed at the prices that you could be paying elsewhere. 0800 644 655, on and gone. There's only 2 chances left. You could, you know, put the Tanzanite with these as well. Oh. And then, I don't know, you could just maybe put some pink diamonds. That's right, pink diamonds in there as well. I mean, I'm just saying, if you used a design, made a design using all of those gemstones, I think I would probably be selling that in 4 figures. It is the Battle of the Baskets right now. Battle of the Baskets. There's way more of these in baskets than we have quantity available. You must make sure you are checking out as soon as you can. I love those. I'm going to do the Tanzanite one down for you now. Have a look at the colour. In fact, look at this one here. Talking of clarity, again here at Jewellery Maker, we bring you bead quality, Tanzanite the majority of the time. This particular gemstone has just really jumped out at me because the clarity is exceptional. Wow. Danny just said that's the best transparency I've ever seen in a Tanzanite. That's redonkulous, isn't it? Now, 30 carats of Tanzanite you have on this strand. Tanzanite is graded by colour, and we have just started to grade Tanzanite here at Jewellery Maker. If you were asking my opinion, you've got quite a few actually. Oh, but definitely. Danny's saying, do you think it should have been graded? Absolutely. Now, there's quite a few different grades in this, actually. I've got to be honest with you. Kind of ranging from your A grade right up to AAA. That's just my opinion. I'll let you make your own mind up. There's definitely some of the pinks coming through there as well. Some of those, the depths of colour in those in the centre. Look at the size of them as well. 4x2 to 5x3 millimetres in size. Each one individually a really generous carat weight. You've got 30 carats of your Tanzanite. That's an 18 centimetre strand that you've got there. If you didn't know, if you have been, for whatever reason, not watching for the last couple of weeks, on holiday maybe, television broke, whatever it is, no internet, Tanzanite is not coming out of the ground at the moment. We were all sent into absolute panic a couple of weeks ago because we had an email and the heading was Tanzanite news, and everybody was just like, I don't want to open it. No, you open it. No, you open it first. No, you open it. I don't want to read it. No, you open it. Because we all thought this is it. Mind depleted. That's it. It's gone. No more. Prices are going to shoot through the roof. Luckily, it wasn't that email. That email was actually telling us that there'd been a ban put in place at Tanzanite 1. So at this moment in time, there is nothing coming out of the ground at all. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, this news straight away, people in the gem industry were seeing the pound signs. Nothing coming out of the ground. Everybody wants it now, don't they? Let's put prices up. So from that moment on, we literally saw prices go up before our eyes everywhere. Apart from here at Jewellery Maker. £39.95 for faceted rondelles. £39.95. IG JN 80 0800 644 655. Do you know what? Really, we could hold on. We could hold on to all of our Tanzanite, couldn't we? For a couple of years. Let's not bring anybody anything for a couple of years. Let's bring it back in a couple of years when perhaps the mine has depleted it at higher prices. But that's not what we're going to do, because we are not about that here at Jewellery Maker. We will always be, and always have been, about bringing you the best deals. And that's why you're still watching. Not £39.95. Sneaky £10 has just come off of that price tag. So if you've already checked out, we've just put £10 back in your pocket, because nobody pays any more than anybody else. You will all only pay that final low closing price tag, and today that is just £29.95. 0800 644 655. Can you imagine actually using these as spacers in with your pearls?
Most extravagant evening piece.
Oh, can you imagine, Nadja, with your little black dress? That would just, I mean, that's something you'd expect the likes of Catherine Middleton to be wearing, you know, or the Queen, perhaps. That is a really, really high-end piece of jewellery. And I'm just thinking as well, if guest designer Fleur said she'd put a minimum of £100 on her pearl necklaces, if she added all of those Tanzanites in there as well, oh, you could be looking at well into three figures, couldn't you? You really could. I've only got 6 chances left, the final 6 chances. My advice, and it is just my advice, is to get Tanzanite while you can. Just hold on to it. Just hold on to some of it for as long as you can and just see what happens. I'm not allowed to use the word investment, but if I was sat where you're sat, I know what I'd be doing. Do you know what? Pink diamonds and Tanzanite. Can you imagine? Pink diamonds, I've got 21 chances. They are last of stock, and they're coming up for you now. Talking about frenzies here at Jewellery Maker. You know when there's like big news and you remember where you were, who you were with, you remember that day forever when there's kind of big news, when there's, you know, something hits the headlines. I think this is a day that I'm going to remember forever. The day that we did the pink diamonds and I had a diamond kit as well. It was just, everybody was drooling over what we had that day. Pink diamonds. In fact, when we knew that we had them, I was like, no, we're not getting pink diamonds. No way are we having pink diamonds here at Jewellery Maker. That is not going to happen. I've been working in the gem industry for approximately 11 years in August, and I had, up until this moment, never ever seen a pink diamond before. Even when I went to Harrods, I didn't see any pink diamonds in there. There's probably some in there, I'm sure, but I didn't see any. So for me, this was, you know, kind of a momentous occasion. It really was. I will always remember that day that we had these. Now, we had a very limited quantity to start with, and, you know, I'm not going to beat around the bush. They will be considered purchase. They are pink diamonds, but they are not just any pink diamonds. They are completely natural pink diamonds. Now, when you think about diamonds and prices, they are and can be extortionate, can't they? And it's not rarity when it comes to diamonds, because in fact there are enough diamonds in the world for everyone to have a teacup full each. So with diamonds, it's not rarity at all. With diamonds, it's supply and demand. However, pink diamonds, natural pink diamonds, are very, very hard to find. Do you know when you go onto a search engine and you type in something and it gives you suggestions? So when I thought, right, I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna have a look at pink diamonds. This was a couple of weeks ago when we had them. So I typed in pink diamonds, and do you know what the first suggestion was that came up? Are pink diamonds real? And that obviously is the most popular search, because a lot of people are thinking, well, are they real? Is there such thing as pink diamonds? That's how rare they are. Sorry, what price was that? £6,000 ring. That's lower than the prices I found last time I looked. £6,000 ring for a pink diamond ring. You know, if you can stretch to that, brilliant. 1.3 carats of some of the rarest diamonds on the planet. They are natural pink diamonds, and they have been faceted to perfection. Can you imagine, just for 1 minute, having checked these out today, and in a couple of days' time, hearing that knock at the door, knowing what is in that parcel, knowing that you are the proud owner of natural pink diamonds. It is, for me, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't think that once this strand has gone, we will have pink diamonds again for a very, very long time. Luckily for you, we are bringing you another chance to own these incredible diamonds today. But the bad news is they are last of stock. There are only 21 chances. Now, I fully understand that this is going to be a considered purchase for you. But what I would say to you is come in and get them, get your certificate of authenticity, and use your 30-day money-back guarantee, and go and get a valuation. I would love, love, love to see what kind of valuations we would get back for natural pink diamonds. Do you know what I would put them with? Tanzanite. All day, every day with Tanzanite. You know, if you've got some Tanzanite in your stash where you can see some of those pinks, put them with your Tanzanite, and my goodness me, you have the most sparkly, beautiful diamonds. Who doesn't want to own diamonds? Now, I'm sure that some of you must have got these home already. If you have, please, please text us in. Sonia in Greater London. I love these. My husband bought me 2 strands. One for my daughter and one for me. They are amazing. I love you, JM. They are. And can I just say a thank you to your husband as well, Sonia, because that is fantastic that he bought a strand for you and your daughter. And that really is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, when you think of pink diamonds generally, you know, never ever in a million years did I ever think this would be anything that I could get into my collection. If you are able to today, if your budget will let you, come in and get them, because I don't think you will ever regret buying natural pink diamonds. You have over a carat at £349 and 95 pence. Nadja, what would you do with these? Do you think you'd just have them home and just look at them for a very long time?
They'll probably go in my special box for a bit, and then I'd probably restrand them and make a really extravagant bracelet, because what else are you going to do? You're not going to split them up, I think.
No.
So.
Do you know as well, I don't think that I could part with them. I don't think
they would be for me.
Yeah, I couldn't come in and get these to sell. I think I would totally just be using these for myself. I'm thinking of a kind of a bubble style ring, maybe, just perhaps popping these onto some featherweight head pins and having a gorgeous cluster in a ring.
Or just keep them all together, honestly, because they're so extravagant.
They're so sparkly as well, and that delicate pink hue. I mean, many celebrities have got pink diamonds as their engagement ring as well. Another thing you can do is go onto a search engine and just you'll find some celebrity pictures with pink diamond. I think it was J-Lo that had a pink diamond engagement ring as well. It is a very high-end gemstone. It's something that you would associate with celebrities, you know, with multi-millionaires perhaps, you know. £349 and 95 pence for this kind of carat weight for natural pink diamonds. I mean, you may get pink diamonds out there that are enhanced and treated and beautiful, but natural pink diamonds, when you are getting a natural gemstone, you are looking at something that Mother Nature created exactly how it was meant to be. HBVX05 is your code for this one. Last 19 chances available. 0800 644 655, 7 in baskets right now. Check them out, get them home. 30-day money back guarantee for you today. They are gorgeous. I'm just going to put them in this little gold box right there. Very safe. You will get them in that gold box, by the way. And breathe. I don't have any Tanzanite pairs. Oh, no, I don't. I've got blue lace agate. I've got some drops and I've got some nuggets. Have a look at these. This colour, wowzers. Now, blue lace agate, in fact, there's a lot, you know, agate's quite an abundant gemstone, but there are 2 varieties that are very highly prized in the gem industry. One is Botswana agate and the other is blue lace agate. Gets its name because of that banding. It's like little lacy frills within the gemstone. Absolutely beautiful. A gemstone that is referred to as Earth's rainbow. Just look at that banding. Isn't that spectacular? Makes every single one completely unique, completely individual. We are looking at 200 carats of your blue lace agate. I mean, they are drilled already, so you can use those drill holes, but I'm just looking at these and thinking cabochons, you know, kind of wire wrapping these into pendants and into rings. They're the perfect size. 20 by 14 to 30 by 16 millimeters in size. 12 centimetre strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 individual gemstones. I mean, could you use these in a macrame design, Nadja?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah? They're a perfect size because they're nice and flat, and they've got a nice sort of even edge that you can create a leather weave around them and wrap it in macrame, so they're perfect for that. And nice sizes as well, so you could graduate.
I love gemstones like this. I love to look at the strand and kind of pick out my favourite one. And you could do that with your customers if you wanted to kind of have them loosely, loose on your craft stall. Have them in a little basket and get your customers to pick their favourite one. Look at that. With silver, they'll look fantastic. With the gold, they'll look gorgeous. Your antique bronze, your coppers. In fact, blue lace agate and copper, bare copper, looks stunning. Really does. WY. Are you 23? You've got those really serene hues, quite like your angelite, quite like your jadeite. Really soft, gentle, serene hue you've got there. £19 and 95 pence for you this afternoon. WY, are you 23? Taking your P&P off, putting that money back in your pocket. So if you've already checked out, don't worry, nobody pays any more than anybody else. Just £16 and 95 pence for you today. 0800 644 655. Webbers. Need to be checking out as soon as you can. In fact, I've got those Tanzanite pairs now. I'm just thinking, oh hello. Oh, hello. Look at those. What a combination that would be. Red carpet design. I mean, you could just take one of those blue lace agate or all of them, but just one of them would look fabulous, wouldn't it? Right. Anyone else thinking what I'm thinking right here? Are these Tanzanites not the biggest Tanzanites individually on a strand that you've ever seen? Oh, wow. Oh, the pinks. Just look at the pinks. Now there are, look, right, there is a Tanzanite. There's so much to look at, that's the thing. There is a Tanzanite right in the centre there that is really, really deep in colour. Now, we have graded this A grade. And I am sorry to whoever's graded this, but I strongly disagree there. I understand that these, again, you know, you've got a lot of colour variety, a lot of different grades within this strand. There is perhaps one gemstone on this strand that I would consider A grade. Now, if I can just explain the grading system to you. So Tanzanite works on a grading scale, and that goes on its colour, on its depth of colour. So you will have A grade, double A grade, double A plus, triple A grade, and quad A grade. So A grade is classed as pale in colour. A grade is classed as pale in colour. Yeah, I think so. I really, really don't think this is A grade. So that's A grade. And then your double A grade is classed as moderate in colour. I don't like the word moderate. I prefer to use the word distinct because I don't think there's anything moderate about double A grade. But we'll go with moderate, so we kind of know what we're looking for. Then you've got your double A plus, which is moderate to intense in colour. Then you've got triple A grade, which is intense in colour. And then you have quad A grade that is vivid in colour. I'm going to let you make your own mind up. But I think if we work to that grading scale, looking at this strand, I don't think we are seeing much of the A grade. I would say we are looking at double A plus and upwards. That one particular gemstone right there is so intense in colour. I mean, that is really deep and really, really rich. We're definitely seeing some of the pinks in there as well, which is guaranteed in AAA graded Tanzanite. Just putting that out there again for you. So the fact that this is being A graded, I think we're on to a winner. 90 carats. So I could bring you 90 carats of Tanzanite in a strand, faceted rondelles, okay? So exactly the same carat weight, and let's just say we are looking at like for like as, you know, colour and quality, so like for like strand. So you've got 90 carats in faceted rondelles, and you have 90 carats in these gemstones. Now I can tell you that these would come out on top for valuation because you are looking at a larger carat weight per gemstone. The more carats you can get into a single gemstone, the better. Now I'm just going to count out how many we've got on this strand so we can kind of work out what we're looking at per gemstone. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40. 40 gemstones and 90 carats. So what does that work out to? Carat weight per gemstone? I'm asking and I can't hear him. Look at me, my earpiece has gone all funny again. Do excuse me for a second. So what does that work out to per gemstone? 2.25 carats on average per gemstone. 2.25 carats. If you went onto any website right now and had a look at a 2 carat solitaire in jewellery, even bead quality, I don't think you'd get it anywhere near £24.95. We've got 90 carats. Can I just say, I would be more than happy to come in and get this one gemstone at £24.95. That is just phenomenal value for you today. RNRU14. Start dialing now. 0800 644 655. Do you know, last time I went onto Tiffany & Co.'s website, so Tiffany & Co., one of the biggest designer houses in the world, they launched this gemstone back in 1969. Last time I went on their website, the lowest priced piece that I could find was £8,500 Tanzanite design. Obviously, I can't make a direct comparison. It was gemstone quality set into platinum. Their Tanzanite comes from exactly the same mines that our Tanzanite comes from. No matter where you buy your Tanzanite from, it all comes out of exactly the same mine. It is a one locational gemstone. We are bringing you 90 carats at just £24.95. Without a shadow of a doubt, I would be using these single solitaires in rings, those bigger ones. The smaller ones, I'd go just for one in each ear. Long drop, 925 sterling silver chain. Me personally, if I was taking the two smallest gemstones, long drops with 925 sterling silver chain in earrings, I'd be going for £50 for that pair of earrings, for just two of those there. £24.95 the entire strand. Do your research into prices. Very important that you do that. If you are somebody that likes to pass on your deals to your customers, please feel free to do so. But do get a certificate of authenticity, because when things are too low in price, people do sometimes question authenticity. RNRU14, loads of you checking out, and multi-buyers collect it in Berkshire. You've just got two. Well done, collect it in Essex. Well done, Bev. Well done, collect it in Somerset. Alex and Susan, congratulations, you've just got yours. Leslie in Denbighshire. Kay, Ruby, well done. Alice in Essex, collect it in the Channel Islands. Madeline, you're there. Linda in Hampshire, congratulations. Miranda, you've just joined me, congratulations. Rachel, you're there on the web as well. 0800 644 655. Barbara in Kent, massive well done. If you've got those in your basket, check out silver diamonds. So if you've got the pink diamonds, I mean, I'm just saying you could perhaps put them together. Ooh. Only two. Gonna have to be really quick. Last two chances to get these. 4 carats of silver diamonds, graduated faceted bicones, 2x1 to 3x1 millimeters in size, and that's a 5 centimeter strand that you've got. They are big, aren't they? Really big. And I'm just going to bring the pink diamonds back so you can see those together. Ooh. Wow. So it might be that actually if you came in and got the pink diamonds, you might quite like to get the silver ones too. Now 4 carats, that is 400 points. So it's 100 points that makes up 1 carat in a diamond. The average carat weight for a engagement ring here in the UK, diamond engagement ring, is 33 points. We're looking at 400 points in this silver diamond strand for you here. That is a massive carat weight for diamonds. 0800 644 655. I'm thinking bridal designs, commissions with your Tanzanite, with your pearls. These are exquisite. They really are. Now, £199.95. Phenomenal. Last chance. We're going to put £80 back in your pocket this afternoon. DZ SY92 is your code for this one at £119.95. Quite a few of you with these in baskets. I've got telephone bidders coming through at the same time. It is literally fastest fingers first for the final opportunity. Lee and Cardiff got the first one. Congratulations. I've got about 13 in baskets right now, and only 1 chance available. So check out as soon as you can. Sandra, Deborah, collect it in Gloucestershire, collect it in North Yorkshire. Tina, you've just joined me. Gail, you're there as well. I've got a couple of telephone bidders there as well, speaking with the call centre right now. All units gone. Gone. Do you know what? You've got to grab those opportunities. Right, Claire, you may have to repeat that because I cannot hear anybody again. Stand by, stand by. Has anybody got a megaphone? I can just about hear you. It's like he's underwater. Now, seed bead weekend here at Jewellery Maker for you. I've got some black seed beads for you now. We've seen now just incredible designs this afternoon. It's just so fabulous what you can do with your seed beads. They are great at creating attention to detail in any design. So, you know, whatever medium you work in, you know, it might be that you want to kind of sink them into your polymer clay or pop them in your resin. It might be that you want to macrame with them or kumihimo with them. You can use them in your wire work. You can use them in your chainmail if you want to. The possibilities are literally endless. Now, these are brand new, and you will get 700 of your 3mm seed beads. We've seen Nadja's designs today that are just stunning. And actually, just trying to think, there wasn't no gemstones in any of them, was there?
There were pearls in the first one, and I've used those for the bracelet, but I don't think I've put them in any of the necklaces. I haven't.
Yeah. See, just even without gemstones, they just look fabulous. They add luster, they can add colour as well. But something for me that I think is, you're onto a winner, whether you are not selling your jewellery or whether you are, because if you're making that design that's got lots and lots of attention to detail like Nadja's pieces earlier, I mean, think about how many of you were sat there thinking, I want to pick up that necklace, I want to have a close look. Can we have a closer look? I bet you were earlier on, weren't you? And that's the thing, when you see attention to detail in pieces, it makes you want to pick that design up. It makes you want to have a closer look, doesn't it? So it's always great to have pieces like that on your craft stall. If you're wearing something like that, you know, somebody might come up to you and say, oh, that's nice, can I have a closer look? And come right up and have a look at that design. Always great to have these in your stash, and actually 700 of them as well. This colour is perfect. So we've had some fabulous gunmetal coloured wires. Lately, loads and loads of you raving about those. For gents pieces, they are fantastic. In your steampunk, they're going to look fantastic as well. 0800 644 655 YAPO 58 is your code for this one. As soon as you can, and look at the size of the drill holes on these as well. So you're going to be able to get a substantial amount of thread. I'm going to take some out if I can actually, Claire. Oh, here we go. Sellotape. Do you know, like, you know when you kind of hear adverts on the telly, or you read things in magazines that say, you know, on average we spend this long in bed, we spend this long eating. I wonder how long we actually spend as a nation looking for the end of the sellotape. Because I reckon it's a long time. Do I think it's longer than how long we spend picking up seed beads? Depends who it is. Wes, did you just pass me an instrument that I could actually cut these with? A tray. Oh, yeah, I know what you're thinking, Wes. Yeah. Put them in the tray, Hannah. Right, I just don't think I'm going to have... I mean, I've only got 2 hours. I don't think I'm going to do it. I just don't think I'm going to do it. Have a look. You can, to be fair, you can see the drill hole through the tube there. Anyway, you can see that you're going to be able to get a substantial size cord through there. No problem at all. Wire as well, you can put through there. I mean, you know our earring findings, our shepherd's earring findings. Sometimes you'll get those in your essentials packs, and they've literally just got 2 beads on them for decorative purposes. So it might be that you're just making shepherd's earring findings. Wow. £9.95. £9.95. You've got 600. They'd go such a long way, wouldn't they, Nadja? Especially with what you've already got in the kit.
Oh, it'd last forever. No, there's definitely loads of them, and they're nice. A nice sort of size, nice drill hole. Yeah. Great, nice colour as well.
The colour as well. It's one of those, isn't it, that you can put with anything and everything. So you know, it might be sometimes that I bring you black wire or black agate. You know, it's one of those colours that is an essential in your stash, because it doesn't matter what colour gemstones you're using. It doesn't matter what coloured wire or findings you're using, threading materials. Anything will go with this colour. So it's always great to have these kind of colours, whether it be gemstones or finding seed beads, whatever, topped up in your stash as often as you can. YAPO 58. There are no other seed beads on the Jewellery Maker website, black seed beads I should say, on the Jewellery Maker website right now. And because you're tuning in live, you've got that special price tag for you today as well. YAPO 58. Loads of you multi-wine. Well done, Gillian in Greater London. You've got 2. Collect it in Inverclyde. Rose, Shona, John David in Commandershire. Elaine, collect it in Essex. Mark in Nottinghamshire. Jeffy, collect it in Cumbrian. Angela, Elaine in the West Midlands. Kay in Cardiff. Philippa, Pauline, Barbara, you'll know, Paula in the West Midlands, collect it in bucket. There's just so many of you coming through. Quite a lot in baskets right now that need checking out as well. Now, with all the seed beads that you've had so far, and all the seed, oh, do you know what? If you loved the first lot of seed beads, wait until you see. Gotta be honest with you, I think the second lot are my favourite. Peacock colours. With all of these seed beads, you will need some storage, won't you? You've probably already got lots at home as well. Lots of your seed beads. These are brand new. They are your flip top boxes. These are great for findings, for your seed beads, for your gems of distinction, your microfaceted gemstones as well. I mean, how handy is that as storage? It's really, really compact, isn't it? You're going to be able to fit those into your craft bags, no problem at all. You could label those up quite easily if you wanted to as well. All of our packaging, storage I should say, transparent as well, so you can see exactly what you're looking for. It might be that you want to kind of have those in colour order or some kind of size order as well. You can write the sizes on the boxes if you need to, but how handy is that? And actually you could fit so many in just one of those boxes. Now you will get 2 packs, so you're going to get 20 in each pack, so that means you will get 40 of these boxes in total at just £10.95. That works out to maths 40, 10. Why can I? 27 pence per box. 27 pence per box.
Storage is normally so expensive.
It is, isn't it?
That's a really good price for them, and they're so handy to have because they're also square and they stack up nicely in your storage. So.
That's the thing, it's kind of like space saving as well, isn't it, when you've got something that is going to stack away as neatly as this as well. And as I say, you don't just have to use them for your seed beads as well. We've had loads of you that have used lots of different storage things here at Jewellery Maker. So some of you have texted in before and said you've used them for spices, you use them for tablets when you go on holiday, you use them for cosmetics. There's so many different uses for your flip boxes. At £10.95 for 40 of them. Just fantastic value. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Couple of more to buy as well done. Quite a lot in baskets right now as well, so do make sure that you're checking out as soon as you can. Now, coming up for you after the break, I've got the second kit, peacock coloured seed beads. And I loved your first kit, Nadja. Absolutely loved it. But if I had to pick a favourite, this second kit, you wait until you see it. I can't wait for you to see it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that and some Sapphire in just a few minutes' time.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. At 3 o'clock every day on the Mid Show, we're going to give you just one opportunity throughout the day to get the one to own exclusive to us here on the Mid Show. And you know what? Today, they are huge and they are beautiful. Just check these out. We've been spoilt today so far, I think it's fair to say. Sapphires, oh, just look at the size of these. I think other than diamonds, it is fair to say that sapphire is probably one of the world's, if not the world's other than a diamond, most famous gemstone on the planet. If we say sapphire, a lot of people kind of think one of 2 things, either royalty or blue. And that is mainly down to the Ceylon sapphire that once belonged to Princess Diana, which is of course now belongs to Catherine Middleton. It is a gemstone that has been used for centuries. It is a gemstone that has been worn by kings and queens for centuries. It is a gemstone that years and years ago always kind of used to be the first choice for an engagement ring. You know, my grandmother's engagement ring was a sapphire. I know lots of people that have a sapphire engagement. I've got friends that have sapphire engagement rings. Debbie Bulford, guest designer Debbie Bulford, she's got a sapphire engagement ring. It's one of those that sits above the others. It's one of the most precious gemstones on the planet, and that is why sapphire is one of your big 5, along with diamonds, rubies, emeralds and tanzanite, considered to be one of the most precious on the planet. We are bringing you an opportunity to get a massive carat weight of genuine sapphire into your stash today. We are talking 125 carats. But I just want to go back to the fact that kind of what I was talking about with the Tanzanite strand actually, that it's all about the carat weight per gemstone for me here, because they are 6 millimeters at their smallest, 6 mil rounds at their smallest, all the way up to 10 millimeters in size. Now, one of our budding beaders, Anne, has made this beautiful design using the strand. You could perhaps recreate something very similar to this if you wanted to, or work on another design. But let's face it, whatever design you create using this, can you imagine valuation? This is genuine stuff. How high end does it look as well? It looks really expensive, doesn't it? You've got that textbook blue hue running throughout all of your gemstones in this strand. Perhaps just use one of those in a pearl necklace, perhaps with the pearls that we had earlier on. Create that focal point and just pop one of those gemstones into your pearl necklace. Again, it could be something like a bridal commission where you're just using a gemstone in a pearl necklace, or perhaps on the back of a necklace on an extender chain for your something blue on your wedding day. I think a lot of people something blue, you know, people tend to go Tanzanite or sapphire, don't they? You know, it's 2 of the big 5, if you like, there. That is a huge, huge carat weight for anybody to be able to get in their collection, in their stash. I think it's one of those that I just couldn't part with. I think I'd really, really struggle to part with this strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27 gemstones. 27 sapphires. Can you imagine telling people that you own 27 sapphires? Can you imagine telling people that you've managed to get 125 carats of sapphire? I mean, let's forget about our friends and family here at Jewellery Maker. Let's think about outside of the Jewellery Maker family. Who do you know? Who do you know that owns a 3-figure carat weight of sapphire? I actually do know somebody. Her name's Elizabeth. She's the queen. That's the only person I know. I don't actually know her, by the way. But I mean, there aren't many people who is, you know, that can say they've got that kind of carat weight in their stash, can they?
Well, I didn't even know that you could, before I started jewellery making, that you could actually just own sapphire like that, because I always thought it would be way out of my price range anyway. So to be able to get pieces like that is just so special.
It really is, isn't it? And a price tag like £49.95. You're one to own today. 125 carats. Already, if you work that out per carat, we are looking at silly town, aren't we? For genuine sapphire. 95% of the world's sapphire is treated in some way. Nothing wrong with that. However, the entire world's supply of natural sapphire is only 5% of the entire world. And you are looking at part of that 5% right here in this strand. Rare, rare, rare. You've got rarity, you've got carat weight, you've got colour, and you've got an incredible price tag of just £39.95 with the Tanzanite, with the pearls, with the diamonds that we've already brought to you. Don't compromise on your precious metal here. I mean, 925 sterling silver, absolute minimum. How about just using a couple of jump rings? You know your gold-plated 925 jump rings? In between. So perhaps something very similar to what Anna's done there, but using 925 gold-plated jump rings in between. So that in turn, that's going to add value to those pieces of jewellery there as well for you, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, to add a precious metal to anything will lift the value immediately.
Yeah.
So, and the luster is just beautiful.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Just stunning. That value is phenomenal. £39.95. What does that work out to per gemstone, Danny? 27 gemstones, £39.95. Silly? I think so. £1.47 per gemstone. And on average, that carat weight per gemstone, huge. Absolutely huge. Massive, massive well done if you managed to get that. Lots of those in baskets. Congratulations, that's gorgeous. Now, how many of this kit do we have? I hope there's 3 figures. Ooh, nearly, not quite, but nearly. We have 96 seed beads, Swarovski crystal. Every kit I've had with Swarovski crystal has just gone so quickly. It's unbelievable. The seed beads in this particular kit, oh, they're my favourites. They're going to absolutely fly out of the door. I've only got 96. As soon as those graphics are on your screen, you can dial and you can check out on the web. Trust me on this one. Now, have a look at the jewellery. Oh my days, how gorgeous. Wow. Oh, Nadja, these designs, this technique that you've used throughout these designs are just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I love them.
It's a really exciting technique.
Yeah.
Really, really exciting. It's a Maltese, it originates from Malta.
Okay.
And it's a technique whereby you wrap cord around a frame and create flowers. It's used in China. You don't see it very much, but it's so much fun. And those cords, the colours just pop. They really do.
I love this so much. And I just want to point out my favourite design because this for me is, as soon as I saw this, I was like, wow, it reminds me of a peacock. I mean, look at that. It's like a peacock feather, isn't it? Isn't that just phenomenal? I love the use of the seed beads in there, the way that you've used them. This technique, which I've never ever seen before, is fantastic. And if you look at the earrings, I said it reminds me of a spirograph. I don't know if you remember spirographs. It really reminds me of those gorgeous patterns that you've got there.
It's a lot of fun to create, and you can create all sorts of different shapes. It just depends on the way you use the cord. So it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with those. So
I mean, does this technique take very long?
Not at all.
No?
It's very quick. It's very quick. Once you've made the frame, it just depends on how many loops you have to make, but it's really quick to make. So it doesn't take long at all. I mean, I'd say those earrings probably that I've made probably take you about half an hour.
Really?
Yeah, to make.
Oh, you mean these earrings with the huge Swarovski crystals
those
in them?
Amazing. Those hearts.
They are absolutely massive, aren't they? They're huge. I love those Swarovski crystals. A real focal point in the jewellery. Just look at them.
I love Swarovski. They're just quality.
It really is, isn't it? And oh, look at the fire. Do you know, and I said this when we launched the Swarovski crystal here at Jewellery Maker, I have always been the one to stand here and say, we say no to faux. And now I am quite literally eating my words because this has, and I'm going to be honest with you, Swarovski crystal has been the one to completely convert me. It's a great addition to genuine gems. Look at the fire that comes off. The fire that comes off these is just incredible. I think every kit that we've had so far, every time you've had Swarovski crystal on so far, they have sold out. Now is the time to dial. I've only got 96 chances. Your Swarovski clear hearts there, 18 by 17.5 millimetres in size. I'm thinking wedding with these hearts. They are perfect, aren't they? You will get two of them. The fire, their clarity is just fantastic. Love those. So you will get two of those. And the seed beads, just look at these colours.
The colours were just
peacock
amazing.
hues, they are just gorgeous. Again, when it came to counting these, I don't think anybody had enough time on their hands. There is absolutely loads. You've got your chocolate, your dark green, your silver lime green, your topaz gold in there, and your super duo turquoise blue in there as well. So you've got the 8.0, the 6.0, the 11.0 in there, and you've got the super duo ones there as well. I mean, you must have loads of these left.
Plenty. I've got stacks and stacks. I mean, it lasts you forever.
Yeah.
I think I really try and go through all the materials I have. I really struggled with the seed beads. You just can't.
I bet we could give you till Christmas. I mean, when you look at how many pieces that is, in fact, when you got your kind of bag out today, I was like, wow, you have made a lot of jewellery. There's just so much jewellery. And look at this. Oh, the patterns that you can create with your seed beads, they're just...
And again, the super duos, they are just so versatile and create beautiful patterns.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love the colours. You've got real turquoise hues in that and greens, which I love anyway. But then these threading materials combined with the seed beads as well. It just, for me, I mean, that necklace there, it just reminds me of a peacock feather. Just beautiful. They are flying out, of course they are. 0800 644 655 LIGC 81 is your code for this one. Oh. In fact, Nadja, what kind of price tag would you pop on that piece?
Probably about £30 or so. 30,
Sold.
Just because it's, I mean, the seed beads are amazing, but it's a really quick technique.
Okay,
so
fair enough. It's just, thing is, and that's great actually, if it is a really quick technique, because it's so effective, isn't it? Really, really effective. On a kind of difficulty easy scale, if you like, 1 being the easiest, 10 being difficult? Where would you put this kind of technique?
Probably a 2.
Really?
It's just really easy, because all it is stringing the cord around the sort of frame we're creating. So it is literally just wrapping the cord around. It's really easy.
Love that. It's just so fabulous. So individually priced, brand new seed beads. You've got 5 tubes. I think it's fair to say again, we've got over 1,000 there quite easily. £34.70 for you to. Can you imagine how fabulous you kind of peacock culture pearls would look in with a design like this as well?
Loads of seed beads in between and the pearls.
Yeah, that would just be like the icing on the cake. So £34.70 if you. Oh. Look at the fire that you get from Swarovski. See all those flashes of colour? That's just phenomenal. I could stare at that all day long, you know. They've only been on once before as well, and they sold out in the kit. I've already got about, well over half of the stock has gone. I've got a good 15 baskets right now. It's a race to the finishing post. £27.95 for you this afternoon. Just fantastic value. Loads of you multi-wine collecting in Cornwall, you've got 2. Bev in South Yorkshire, you've got 2 as well. Collecting in Renfrewshire, Lisa in Yorkshire, Philippa, Sarah in Yorkshire, Lorna in Greater Manchester, Lynn in Conway, well done. Annette in Dorset, Margaret in Merseyside, well done. Azura, Janetta in London, Dawn in Worcestershire, Alison in Angus, Amanda in Essex, Natasha in Angus, Susan in Essex. Loads of you on the phone lines. Free telephone number, do remember that. You may be there for a couple of seconds, that's it. It's not going to cost you a penny. If you've got a cordless phone in your hand, just carry on doing whatever you're doing. You'll be answered very, very soon. £27.95 for you today for all of these. I mean, those pieces. How long do you think that took you? That's my favourite piece.
Probably about 2 hours, maybe. I'm not really sure, because it was just so quick, and I was so engrossed in making it. I didn't really check on the time frame, so it was really quick.
Our guest designer Fleur has texted. All the guest designers are texting in. They're not very busy today, are they? Shouldn't you be doing work, Fleur? Fleur says, wow, all your designs are amazing. It's making me want to have a go with seed beads. Fantastic show, lovely ladies.
Oh, thank you, Fleur.
Give it a go, Fleur.
I'm sure you do amazing things with those. So.
This is the thing, and this is great, isn't it? That guest designers are sat at home watching other guest designers, and this is the great thing. We know you're doing a fantastic job. All of our guest designers. If you're sat there thinking, "Oh, I just want to have a go now," it's brilliant, isn't it? Look at that! I love that design. Eleanor in Midlothian says, "Nadja, amazing pieces. They are works of art. You must have amazing patience. I'm glued to your demo." Oh, look at those earrings. £27.95. How we doing for quantity, Daniel? About 20 left. 45 in baskets. You're not going to do it, are you? There's not enough to go round. Get checking out as soon as you can. Right, I'm going to bring you the next part of the kit. Look at these colours. Do you know, the kind of the peacock hues and the teals and the greens are very much on trend at the moment, aren't they? Not just in jewellery, but in decor as well. Have a look at all of these fabulous colours that you've got here. Love these.
It's a great mix.
Mix of colours. And it's, you know, it's kind of different tones as well that you've got there. I think you could take any gemstone in your stash, and you would have a thread here that would work, wouldn't you? You know, any gemstone in your stash. You know, if you're going with amethyst, I'd probably take that one there. Let's say we're going with Tanzanite, I'd probably go for one of these blues. Peridot, I'd probably go for one of those vibrant greens. You know, your kyanite, again, I'd go for the blues. There's something for every gemstone in there, isn't there? Now, you are going to get, what's the meterage on these, Danny? I don't seem to have it on my screen. I've got the findings pack, but I haven't got the threads on my screen. Danny's going to find that out for you. So you have all of your threads there and all of those different colours. And then again, you know, even if you're brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, essentials, you will need these findings. So whether you make earrings, necklaces, bracelets, whatever medium you decide that's going to be your kind of speciality, you're going to need these findings at some point. So you've got some shepherd's hook earring findings, 2 pairs. They are gold-plated copper. You've got your crimp tubes in there. You've got jump rings. You have 50 centimetre lengths of chain there as well, your oval link chain. You've got 2 of your toggle clasps, and you've got some head pins in there as well. Unfortunately, we can't find any details anywhere about these threads. Do you know, Nadja, off the top of your head, anything about these at all? Because I'm assuming that you've worked with them before. What kind of gauge they are?
I think they're 0.1 millimeter thick, so quite fine. I don't know the meterage of the spools.
Well, I mean, maybe, Claire, if you've got 5 minutes or 5 hours.
I think you'd need a lot of distance and a lot of time.
I think it's fair to say that there are probably a few 100 meters on just one of those. Don't you think?
Again, I try to use a lot, and I've still got so much left. I mean, this green color here, the dark one, I've used for all of the designs almost, and I've still got half a roll
It doesn't, I mean, this is the thing as well, sometimes it doesn't even look like, you know, you've touched half of the stuff you've got, because it just goes and goes and goes. So we're going to go with a 0.1 millimeter gauge, and that you can see it's quite a fine gauge there as well, so great for your threading with that. At that £16.90, it's not even your price tag. Only ever done the Essalon bundle before by itself for £12.95. You're getting the essentials pack there as well. And I think we're going to do something really, really cheeky. CD GC 73, £11.95 for you. Just look at these designs. Again, it's the attention to detail with that technique as well.
And anyone can do that, really. It's just, it looks more complicated than it actually is. And then add a couple of seed beads in between, just that touch of detail. It's really great technique.
You must have so much patience for those designs. Free findings pack you've got essentially there with all those cords. You've got a big saving for you there. 0800 644 655 CD GC 73 is your code for that one. Please make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Kits are flying out of the door. Do we have any of the other kit left with the Swarovski crystal and the seed beads single figures? Oh, yikes, got no chance getting any of these kits today. Have to say, out of the two, if I had to choose, it would be this one. It's just those peacock colours that you've got. Beautiful.
It's the colours of the thread. I mean, that teal just really pops with any of the teal and the, I don't know what you call it, apple green. Yeah. All the colours, they're just amazing.
They look fabulous together, don't they? And that's the great thing, is the different tones that you've got here as well. I mean, look at all of those greens that you've got. You know, just your greens there. The blues, fabulous. I love those. Well done if you've managed to get them. If you've got them in your basket, as soon as you can, get checking out. Right, so which piece are you going to show us then, Nadja?
I thought I'd show you how to make that flower over there, the flower pendant.
Okay,
with,
fabulous.
One
this
next
one
to
here?
Yep, that one.
Brilliant. Okay.
So it's really easy. Again, as I said, we're going to start off by creating the shape here. Yeah. It looks kind of like a spoon. Okay. Okay, so for that I've used the wire gizmo. Yeah. Which is a lot of fun. So what you need first is a length of wire. I've used the 1 mil soft wire, which is great.
I bet that's great for that.
It's fantastic because it's still malleable enough, but it's got a nice thickness so that the frame doesn't actually shift when you work with it. So I used about, again, that's about 750 per, or you can go less. I just used that much because I'm going to use the end to wrap. So where's my cutter here? There we go. So it's about 750 of your cords. So I'm just going to attach this here properly so it doesn't come loose while I'm twisting. I hope it stays. Okay. So for the wire, the twister tool, the gizmo, I've just taken the length of wire and I've wrapped the one end around the gizmo, like so, just to get it out of the way for now. And the other end, I've started a round or a twist manually, just so that I get a starting point. Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2 wraps. Okay. Like so. Once I've done that, I will just slot it into the gizmo tool. Okay.
This might be available on the web as well, the gizmo tool. I know we haven't got it for you today, but that you might be able to find that on the web.
Yeah. So what I've done for this frame, I've done about 45 revolutions. Okay, so every time I come back to my thumb, I count as 1 revolution. So it's 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Do
you want me to hold that for you?
Well, let's say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you always make sure that there's no gap in between. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just shift it up in between. Normally we would do it obviously a bit slower. Yeah. So just and make it tidier. So that's roughly that. And then the next thing you would do is just release it.
Okay.
So you've got your wire here.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to unravel the ends. So these ends we're going to be using to... See how it fell?
No worries.
The ends we're going to be using to wrap the whole bunch together. So once we've done that, I'm just going to release it all, like so. And then also just straighten out the kinks of the wire here.
And that again with the soft wire is quite easier to do, isn't it?
Yeah, very easy. That wire is really great to work with. So. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is, once we've got a length here of wire, I've got one that's actually the right length here, and it looks much better because I've done it at home, so it's a lot straighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both ends with a pair of pliers on either side, and we need to stretch this out a little bit. So if you want an even spaced flower, you will stretch to exactly the same length. So I've used a measuring tape, and I'm stretching this very equally. So I'm going to, while I'm stretching, hold it over the tape to make sure that's the same length. So for these flowers, I've used about 9 centimeters. Okay, so it's 60 to 9. So once you've stretched it out, you can see that the spaces are nice and equal. You must try and keep them equal. If they are not even, then the wraps, the gap between the cords are not evenly spaced. So it's quite important that you. That's why also when you do the wrap, it's quite important to push the wires close together. Okay, so now we've got the length, and what we need to do is now turn it around and wrap the 2 ends that you have together like so. Just going to bring that up to the center, and then just sort of hook it into each other and make sure that there's no gap at the bottom, and then twist the 2 wires around each other so there's a little gap. So I would then just use my pair of pliers and twist it into place. So now we've got that spoon shape. And the next thing we need to do is make sure that it's each side is equal. So I'm going to push these things together and make sure I find the center. It's quite important to also have approximately the same kind of loops on either side. Once you've done that, just pull it apart like so. You can do any shape you like. I mean, it's exactly the same starting point for this flower here. If you have a look at the necklace, this one here, I've flattened the leaf, and then it will just change shape when you're wrapping the cord around it, but it's essentially the same technique for anything. So once you've done that, I'm going to just pin this down like so, just to make sure it's nice and sturdy, because the next step is to actually attach the cord. So I'm just going to take a needle, and because the rolls kept wanting to run away from me, so I've just attached it to the board. So the next thing you would do is take the cord and feed the one end underneath that frame that you've created, and pull that towards you, and then simply tie a knot, and tie several knots, because you don't really want anything to become unraveled. Oh, sorry, it's shifting.
That's all right.
There we go, that's why you want to keep it in place. So tie a few more knots, because as I said, once it becomes undone, everything falls apart. So it's quite important that everything stays in place. And don't cut that end off just yet, because we're going to be using that just now to tie the end cord back. So now we've got the cord attached, and we have a starting point at the top of the frame. So try and find approximately the center point. And wrap that cord around the first loop, bring it down, and find the coil next to the starting point, like so, and then bring the cord back up, and this time shift it 1 slot to the side.
So just one.
Sorry, I'm just going to do that again. There we go. So when you come back down, it's 1 to the left, you're traveling upwards, and when you come back up on the top, you're going downwards again. So you slot it in, you come back up, and you come down, and every time you come back, you shift 1 slot further apart.
I see. So it's kind of climbing up on one side and going down on the other.
And you'll see that it creates that sort of sweeping pattern. And this is all you would do, so I'm just going to carry on here for a little while until I get to the end.
I'll let you carry on with that, and I will bring you something else. Bail making pliers, not just 1 pair, 3 pairs. This is a treat, jewellery makers. I think this might be yours, Nadja.
Sorry.
That's all right. Right, I've got 3 pairs of your bail making pliers. I've got your 3mm and your 5mm. I've got your 1.5 and your 2.5mm, which I don't think I've ever seen those ones before. And I've got your 6mm and your 8.5mm bail making pliers. So as you can see, excuse me, you've got 6 different sizes there. So your bail making pliers, exactly what it says on the tin, used for making bails as well, but also you can do so many other things with this, just for getting that curvature in your wire. If you're kind of making any spirally designs, you just want to make something really organic, you could, in the same kind of way that Nadja kind of wrapped the gizmo coil, you can do that around these mandrels as well, and then you can cut them for jump rings if you wanted to do that as well. So there's just so many different things that you could do, and having those different sizes is fantastic. I've never seen the smaller bail making pliers before. 1.5 and 2.5mm in your bail making pliers there, so they're going to give you that really, really tiny, if you're making a very, very delicate design, you want that tiny jump ring, or perhaps you want that tiny little bail on a design, you're going to have it right there. But these mandrels used for so many different things. I mean, the amount of times we've seen designers kind of, not to name and shame, but guest designer Claire McDonald, we'll quite often get out, mascara or some nail polish and use that as a mandrel instead, Look at what we've got here. 6 different sizes for you. AEGC56 is your code for this one. £20.85, individually priced on the web. That's the price tag that you'll be paying. Now, for those of you that are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, you can go on the website any time of day or night that you like and make purchases there. But the benefit of tuning in and watching us live is that it means we can do this. Take prices even lower. £14.95. That works out to £5.
You'd pay that at £10 probably for one of these.
You would, and again, you can do your research.
Anyway, for my tools.
Yeah, you see, tools are one of those things. Our guest designer Debbie Bulford, she's got a little black book that she carries around with her. Debbie Bulford, and she carries that around with her, and she goes into craft stores, and anytime she sees anything that we sell here at Jewellery Maker, she'll write down the price tag. And quite often, she'll find tools, for example, that are kind of £15 each, £20 each, where we kind of do them like for £5 each. Here at Jewellery Maker, that is fantastic value. Even with your tools, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So if you're not entirely satisfied, you can just send them back. All of our tools, great resistance on them. For those of you that have dexterity problems, you will find them an ease to work with. Something that makes the job very, very easy as well. AEGC56, they're fab, aren't they?
Oh, they're great. I mean, especially because they have got sizable legs to them. I've got the stepped ones, which are great. But if you need a certain amount of rings, you need to, start all over again where I was these.
Yeah, you've got the lengths on these ones, haven't you? 0800 644 655. Well done if you've managed to get loads of you there for those. I'm going to bring you the bobbins. Are they all 1 pack? Excellent. Look at the size of these as well. Does anybody else that's a parent at home sing a song in their head whenever I say the word bobbin? Because I do. It's from nursery. Wind the bobbin up. Oh gosh, it's going to be stuck in my head all day now. You have 3 different sizes. They are. Now, you were saying earlier when you bought them just by themselves. How do you find them useful, Nadja? What do you use them for?
Well, especially for kumihimo. I don't do much kumihimo, but they're fantastic for that. And even for macrame, sometimes when I have a project that has a lot of cord, long cords, I use them to wrap them around if I don't use them. They're great, they really are.
They're
Keep everything
fab.
tidy.
They're
Even
really
if you have cords that you want to store, little bits of leftover cords, they're great.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes we bring you kind of cords. In fact, I can see some over there that are coming up. I think they're from later on or maybe from this morning. Cords that are actually in a bundle. You know, you could cut the lengths off and you could pop them around your bobbin there, so it's going to keep them neat. They're not going to get tangled up or anything like that. Really easy to work from as well, aren't they? The bobbins are. So you can keep all of your threading materials very secure. It might be that you've got some 925 sterling silver chain that you bought a 3 metre length and you want to keep that safe in there as well. Pop that in there. That's pretty much airtight, I think. So that's going to help with your anti-tarnishing there if it's 925 as well. You could even pop your piece of anti-tarnish paper in there with them as well. You have 8, 16, 20 pieces in total, 3 different sizes, £11 and 85 pence for you. 0800 644 655, or on the web at jewellerymaker.com, WRGC 34. Wow.
Wow, that really is a great price. Do you know, as I said, I bought 4 and it was probably around about that price for 4. I can't believe that. It's amazing.
That's 29 pence each. 29 pence each. That's fantastic, isn't it? It's such a great price tag. I mean, all the threads that you've come in and got today as well, you could pop them onto the bobbins if you want to. They're great for storage and great as well because you can just kind of throw them, as I would throw them, in your craft bag, and you know that actually they're not going to unravel. They're quite safe. They're not going to get tangled up
it's
anywhere.
great for travelling.
Yeah, and also the fact I love these because the way that you can just catch kind of the end of a thread in there. I'll just use that one now. I know it's the smaller one, but if I just use a few, you can catch your thread in there. So you pop that in there and then you haven't got to spend. You know, I said earlier on about how long does the average person spend in their life looking for the end of the sellotape. It's the same with cotton reels and stuff like that as well, isn't it? So with that, you can just tuck your cord end into there. So again, that's going to save you time, isn't it? £5 and 95 pence. There are quite a lot of you there. Good 70 in baskets right now. How many did we start off with, Danny? Excellent. 150 chances. So it's quite a lot to go around today, but lots of you, of course, multi-buying. Fantastic for your chain. In fact, when I'm thinking of the chain, we had a chain deal the other day for kind of 5 metres, and it was kind of your antique bronze, your gold, your silver, your copper. You could put all of those chains onto the bobbins as well. It just keeps everything safe. As you were saying earlier on, Nadja, actually, when it comes to storage, you need a lot of it, don't you? Whatever medium you're working.
I know, they're great.
They are fabulous, they are. Well done if you managed to get those. Keep checking out. I'm going to let you carry on then, Nadja. How are you getting on?
Yeah, fine. So I've finished wrapping. So this is basically what it would end up looking like. There we go. So that's what you would get if you finish. Now, if you were to add seed beads, like I've done in the sort of peacock design that you like. Yeah. So you would start with the seed beads on the thread before you were to wrap. So you would feed them on. You'd feed them on, and then you would wrap. And every time you wrap, and you want a seed bead to sit on top, you would just slide one up and wrap the cord, and then that's how they would kind of sit in place. You can then later adjust them. And slide them into place, so it's just entirely up to you. Okay, so now once you have finished and you've come back down to the bottom, so the cord would end up at the bottom again. We're just going to turn this around, and I'm going to pin it down again. Yeah, because it gives you more. And I like to pin everything down. It just works much better. Because now we need to obviously tie off the 2 ends together. Just pin it down, and we'll cut that cord and give yourself a good length because it's quite a fine cord, so to tie it is much better when you have a lot of length. So then all you need to do is take the first cord we've just had and tie very simple overhand knot, and just again make a few, make about 5, and then also at the end I'm going to add some glue just to make 100% sure, just because security, as I said, if something comes undone, the whole thing falls apart.
Oh gosh, you want that to happen.
Yeah. So that's it, and then that's the first sort of base frame. So you would have that. So now what we're going to do is add colour. So it's going to look like that. So you would then add your colour on top. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same thing again. I'm just going to pin it down, just to make sure it sits nice and tight. There we go. And you can choose any type of colour. I mean, I've got several here. So you've got your blues, and I mean that creates that beauty. I mean, that blue's stunning. Yeah, that sort of cobalt blue. Yeah. So you can pick any color, and you will take the cord and just attach it anywhere up from the center. The bigger the gap between the top and the bottom, the more coverage.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to attach this cord probably about halfway. So I'm going to lift it up and feed that cord through.
Oh, I see.
Somewhere here, if I can see what I'm doing. There we go. It's a bit fiddly because the cords are fine, but once you have it through, it's quite easy. So once you've done that, you just tie again some simple overhead knots, and make sure when you tie the knot to bring it towards the center like that, so that you start the wrap from the center, because if the cord starts here and you start wrapping and by any chance later on it slips, the whole thing slackens. Okay. So tie it nice and tight at the center, couple of knots, like 5 or so, and then snip off that end because you won't need it. Just going to get in the way while you're wrapping. And then release everything. And for this, it's exactly the same process. So you would find the center. I wonder if I should use a black sort of backing. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
So that you can see better.
Okay. Is that better, Wes, do you think? Is that easier to see?
No, not really, is it?
No, I think the white one's actually going to be better. There we go.
Right, okay, so now we've got the cord, and again we need to just bring it up and find approximately the center that you have used before. And again, same technique, bring it down. And this time, it's just kind of a half moon shape. Right. So again, we're going to come back, bring it up, and try and find the slot next to the first one, and just kind of wind your way around. I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. So come back up, and you can see that because it is a half moon shape, it doesn't give the petal the full coverage as the green color has done. So I'm just going to come back up. And you're also able to tell that you have come full circle and met up on the other side when the cord, the center cord, reaches the top. And that will then tell you that you are at the top and you are exactly at the opposite side. I can't really see what I'm doing. But
do you know, I think it's one of those things, isn't it, that when you look at it, it sends your eyes all funny.
Well, what I did at home, I mean, it's much better when you work with this technique when you have a darker background. Right, okay. Because you can see, maybe not for the demo, but when you're working with it at home,
that's handy to know.
A darker background is much better. Okay, so once you now have reached the other side and have approximately gone equal on either side, you'll just turn it over and put your thumb over the end here. Okay. Okay. And then bring you turn it over, bring your thumb over it, and then just cut the end off again, leave a good length. Yeah. And what you need to do here, this is a little bit fiddly as well because you need to feed the cord through the section here. The first knot's quite important not to let go because otherwise it'll unravel. Yeah, yeah. And then feed that one end through the loop. Yeah. And try and grab it with your fingers. There we go. And then make sure when you pull it tight to actually pull it in the same slot that the cord was slotted in so that it doesn't seem out of place, and then just pull it tight. And now it's tight. Okay. And all you would do is then just repeat a couple of knots the way I've done just now. All right. And then you would repeat that with all of the other sets here. So I've made about 5. You can make as many as you want. I mean, you could go all the way around or you could make different shapes. So it's entirely up to you. So the next thing we need to do is obviously tie these things all together. Yeah. Okay, so what I've done is I've just started with 2, just arrange the colors I like, and I've wrapped the 2 together. Now, what you can do with the wire, as you see here, I didn't say that earlier, but I snipped off one of the legs. Okay. It just depends how many legs you want. Okay. If you have a look at the end design, there are some twirls at the top, and the more wire you have, obviously the more twirls, so it's up to you. Yeah. So I've left a few. So we'll just attach these, add in the next one, and again twist this around. Yeah. And then the next one.
So you're just literally just binding them
Just
together.
binding them together, literally, yeah. I mean, there might be a better technique than that, but I quite like this because it secures it nicely.
Yeah.
And then the last one, setting it in place, and then again, just bind it, and that will just bring these together like so. And then you can arrange them, just shape them, because obviously it's wire, it's malleable, so you shape it in the way you like it to sit. Like so, I mean, the cords are just stunning.
Yeah,
colours really pop.
That is so effective, that technique. But as you were saying earlier on, you know, on a level of difficulty, if you like, one being really easy and 10 being very difficult. Number 2, that's
it's
easy.
Very,
isn't it?
very easy. I mean, once you have pulled the wire apart, it's quite easy to then carry on. Okay, so now I'm going to demo the twirl.
Excellent.
So what you need to do is obviously we're going to create the sections in the centre. Okay, so you would just start with your round nose pliers, start a curl, bring it round, and what I normally do, as I said, I snip off the straight edge just to give it. I mean, some people leave it, others don't. I just like to have perfectly round. So then you would just twirl it round until you meet the edge, and then what I normally do is take a pair of pliers and then just carry on twirling that wire. So squeeze it between the pliers, and then just roll the wire onto itself. Should have taken a shorter one. So I'm just going to go all the way to the top, and then you arrange them in any way you want. That's what you would do. I'm just going to go, there we go. So then you would just take the wires and then just shape them into place like so. Okay. And then just leave one at the end that has got a bit of a bigger loop for the hook of the jump ring to go through. So you would all arrange them and hook that on. And that's the flower created. So the next thing we need to do is just create that sort of seed bead ball. Okay. And the way I've done that is it's just a normal beady bead. So we actually have also got something on the website, I think, that shows you how to make it. So it's really easy, and I've used the fire line for that.
I'm just going to quickly squeeze in these crochet hooks if I can, Nadja. We are last of stock. Had them the other day. Every time we have them, they are really, really popular. I've only got 15 chances. Would you be able to crochet with these threads that we've had? All of these threads that we've had?
I'm sure you could try that.
Couldn't you? That'd be great. Now you have your 0.6mm right up to your 6.5mm. 22 pieces in total. For all of you that have been texting in before and said, oh, I love the Zari threads, but I don't quite know what to do with them, crochet with them because they look fabulous. If you try and go out and buy haberdashery stores, you go into the rag market in Birmingham, individual crochet hooks, let's say they're £2 each. It's 22 pieces here, so that would be £44 to get a collection like this. Actually, £2 a hook's not bad, is it? We're at just £7.95. Does that not work out to less than 40p each? I mean, that's a bit silly, isn't it? You have 36p each. That is just bonkers low. It really, really is. All those different sizes, you've pretty much got everything covered with there, haven't you? Any of your materials you've got at home, your throwing materials, you could use that. 6 chances, HEPO 62. Well done if you got that. Last of stock. I'm just going to quickly squeeze in this findings pack as well. So if you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, thinking, where on earth do I start? Everything looks so beautiful, but I don't know what I need. Whatever route you decide to take, whatever medium you decide to do, whether it be macrame, kumihimo, polymer clay, wire work, chainmail, whatever it is, you will need some of these essentials. Head pins, featherweight head pins, like gold dust here at Jewellery Maker. For your smaller gemstones with smaller jewel holes, or your seed beads that we've had today, these are perfect. You've got your other head pins, you've got some fancy head pins in there as well. I like those. Your triangular heads.
You can just twist them over to add a bit of detail with those. They're great.
Yeah, definitely. They're fantastic. You've got a metre long length of chain there as well. You've got toggle clasp. You've got lots of jump rings there as well. 5mm jump rings. You've got your crimp tubes, your crimp covers. These are gorgeous. Really decorative spacers you've got there as well. Some fancy toggle clasps you've got there. You've got your ribbon ends, you've got your shepherd's hooks, you've got some earring wires. In fact, you've got 118 pieces in total. For under a fiver. Under £5.
Yes.
So actually, you know, jewellery making doesn't have to be expensive, does it?
No,
you know?
and that's all you need to get started.
Yeah,
really
it is, isn't it? Come in and get yourself this. Come in and get yourself some gemstones, perhaps some of the threading materials, and you are good to go. FMAZ24 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Well done if you've managed to check that out already. And do you know what? Don't have to be a newbie to receive it, Jewellery Maker. If you've been with us since day dot and you just simply want to top up your stash at £4.95 for you today, just phenomenal. Right, I think we've got about 5 minutes left.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to show you how to make the beady bead, really, and how to attach it. So, to make a beady bead, we're going to start off by adding some seed beads. So there are 11 O's.
Okay.
I'm going to start with those. So it's one of those. It's about 4 in total to start off with. So I'm just going to thread these on. It's a very simple technique, and it's quite effective when you add those little balls. You can make earrings out of those, or a necklace chain. They're really versatile for many things. Okay, so now I've added 3. So you're going to start with, oops, let's come here, take another one. All right, so you're going to start with a row of 3. Okay, so then take a 4th of the 8O seed beads and feed it on as well, onto the side. Okay, and then another of your 11. Actually should be on the other side, sorry.
No worries.
So you have seed beads on either side, okay? And then take one of the 8Os and feed the cord from the one side through.
Yeah.
And then take the cord that's coming on the other side, and on the opposing end, feed that through the bead as well. So then that will create this shape here. And then pull it tight.
Yeah.
So this creates this sort of shape. If it sits still. There we go. And we would repeat this. The next thing we would do is add another 11O seed bead. I mean, you could do this without the seed beads. The smaller seed beads, you could just use the green ones and leave out the brown ones if you wanted to. I just wanted to make it have more colors.
Yeah.
And do the same thing on the other side, like so. And one more.
Okay.
And then the brown one again. And so you would have 2 brown ones and 2 green ones. Sorry, 2 brown ones and 1 green one on either side. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what you would do is take a green one.
Okay.
And feed it through the one side.
Right.
Like that. See, and then bring the cord from the other side. And again, it's the same thing. So you would repeat this. As you've seen, I've done.
Okay.
Well, you would repeat this 3 times. You'd have 3 of these sections. Okay.
Yeah.
And then to close off the sort of beady bead, fit that in, and we're going to add again a brown one and a green one, and then another brown one on either side. Like so, and then again, same thing on this side.
Yeah.
So it's a brown, green, oops. There we go, and then the last one is a brown one. Can't really see what I'm doing. There we go. All right.
There we are.
Okay, so now you've got the last section.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, obviously, you need to make it into a round shape.
Okay.
So you bring both ends of the cord and feed either end through through the first seed bead that you've used to create the pattern. Feed it through, like so, and then come back from the other side as well. Feed it through on the opposing side. Oops. It's a pity the thread is white, so you can't really see what I'm doing. Feed it through. There, sorry.
There we go. No worries at all.
There, now we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So once you've done that, you would just pull everything tight. And then this creates a ball. Like
Brilliant.
And that's it. And then you would, I mean, if you had a design where the bead would be showed from all sides, you would take more care to tie it off.
Okay.
But I'm just going to tie it like that, tie overhand knots to make sure it's tight. And then all you would do is feed it onto the design wherever you like, and just tie some overhand knots on the other side, and then that's how it would sit. Just arrange it the way you want, and that's it.
I love that. And you've just kind of made yourself a little veil there at the top as well, obviously with your leftover wires, and just pop that onto your chain as well. That is just, all of these designs are just fantastic. Do you know, I'd love to see your designs as well. If you're having a go at home, if you come in and you've got this kit today perhaps, and you're going to give this a go yourself at home, I'd love to see your designs. Do send them in, but also send them into the Wall of Fame, because you could be winning yourself £100 credited to your account, or £50 if you are the runner-up. And all you have to do is send us pictures of your design. So if you come in and bought this kit today and you're having a go at this, absolutely anything, could be a simple stretchy bracelet or pair of earrings if you like, you can send those in as well. And the winner's drawn on a Wednesday as well, so make sure you're tuning in for that. Coming up after the break, 925 jump rings that are gold plated. You've been giving them for a challenge, I think, haven't you, Nadja?
I finished something with it. So.
Wow, so that's good going. That many jump rings.
I know.
And they're going under £50. Under 50? Gosh. I've also got the deal of the day, which this morning, I'm surprised we're left with any quantity at all. Brand new craft bag for you this afternoon. It looks fantastic. Look at this. I mean, imagine what you could get in there.
I came in this morning and I said to Kim, oh, that's great. When is it coming on? You said it's today. And I thought, oh, no.
I know. It's fabulous, isn't it? Really, really great. I think we've got, how many have we got left of those? Not many. It was really popular this morning, so we're left with the last. I don't think they're going to get to see it again on the late show, unfortunately. So do make sure that you're coming back for that. And I've got loads of other treats coming up for you as well. Get yourself a fresh cuppa. We've got seed beads galore here at Jewellery Maker. I'll see you in just a few seconds.
I found Jewellery Maker by flicking through the TV one day and being absolutely astounded by the gemstones and the price. Obviously sceptical at first, but within days I'd ordered, never looked back. My first impressions were how friendly the channel is, and feeling like being on the other side of the screen, you're still part of it. I enjoy the gemstones most about the channel, but also the presenters and the guest designers learning new techniques. Claire McDonald's my favourite guest designer. Her wire work is absolutely amazing, astounding. I love how the channel's evolved recently. I love the prices that we get, and the customer service is fantastic. Advice for somebody starting out in Jewellery Maker would be to have a little go at everything, see what you like, and then go with that, because you'll excel at whatever you're enjoying.
I love Jewellery Maker because the products are so good and their quality is excellent. I love watching the presenters because they make me laugh a lot, and the demonstrations that they give are fantastic. I think probably Fleur's one of my favourite, because I didn't think I would be able to do chainmail, and I tried it with Fleur and I love it, absolutely love it. The gemstones, I like learning about all the gemstones, and to be able to tell people about them. It's such a great place to be with like-minded people.
bag is huge. Absolutely huge. Deal of the day, we think there's about 50, 70, the bonus. Hundreds of them went this morning. I doubt very much there's going to be any quantity available for the late show. This is bigger than my old record bag. This is. It's huge. Absolutely. I cannot believe how big this is. You will be able to get so much of your stuff in here. You really, really will. Now, we'll start from the outside. Our Jewellery Maker branding is phenomenal. Isn't it fantastic? I mean, if anything is going to get you noticed, this bag is. Look at those colours. I'm still working on the kind of camper van, caravan on the road Jewellery Maker themed, branded caravan. I think you look great. I think you look amazing. So you've got this huge, huge bag here, which is 28. Those dimensions are not right. Or is that the measurement of the box, perhaps, inside, maybe? It's absolutely huge, as you can see. So on the front there, you've got a little zip compartment there, which you're going to be able to fit anything in there. Wire, findings, any of your smaller storage boxes. If you came in and got the little flip boxes that we had earlier on, you'll be able to fit those in there. You've got 2 more pockets on the side there, Velcro pockets. You could fit your purse in there, actually, couldn't you? Your purse, maybe your mobile phone as well, if you wanted to. More storage there. Take you around the back. You have a huge pocket there. Do you know what? I reckon I could get my tablet in there, actually. Quite easily. Fit my tablet in there. Perhaps your book as well with your designs. You can fit that in there too. And then I'm going to take you around to the other side. And then you've got 2 more Velcro pouches there as well. Really, really sizable, as you can see. And then, check this out. It's like Aladdin's cave. It's like those Russian dolls. It just keeps going on and on and on. Your zip bag, check out your storage. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes there. My goodness me. There is so much. Now, these boxes are the divider boxes, just like our other ones there. So you've got your little dividers in there, which you can break up. I'll just take that out. I'll tilt that up first. So you can see you've got all these little sections, and you can place the dividers that come with this in there if you want to. So for all your seed beads that we've had today, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? You could pop your dividers in there, separate all those seed beads out if you wanted to. You could pop your work in progress in that side maybe if you want to, or in actual fact you can divide that side as well. So you've got your plastic dividers here, which very, very easy. You just twist those off. Twist the little bits of plastic off and then you slot them in like so. Really, really easy. And then you've got the larger one there as well. Probably better if you cut these actually, but you can twist them off quite easily as well. So you can put those dividers in into those sections as well and separate those out. What I love about our storage here at Jewellery Maker and the dividers is that these are the depth of the box. So once you close the box up, if you've got that in your craft bag and you've got that in your car or you drop your case, things aren't going to get mixed up. They're all going to stay perfectly neat in their little sections. With these boxes as well, you can stick labels on them if you need to. You can use your permanent marker if you want to, or a kind of whiteboard marker to label things up on there as well if you wanted to. There's just so much there. That is a lot of storage. So fits away really neatly, really tidily. You know where everything is. That's going to fit under your your workbench, your craft bench, or your stool. Quite easily. £34.95. You've got the strap on the top there as well that you can carry it around with, or you've got this shoulder strap there where you can alter the length on that one as well. To carry around with you. But do you know what I think you should do with your craft bags? And I'm always saying this, even with the plain black ones that we have as well, or these ones, this is, make yourself a walking advert. This is a massive opportunity. You know, if you are walking around a craft fair, take your bag with you. If your storage containers are full of things, take some of the things out so you're not carrying around a huge weight. Decorate your bag as well. You know, if you do wire writing, kind of make yourself, you know, a wire writing keyring on there. You could put some charms on there, any gemstones, anything you like you could attach. You could put your logo on here. You can glue cabochons on there. You could even sew into the material that you've got here if you wanted to. But make yourself a walking advert, because if you are walking around with this craft bag and you've got something on there that is, you know, just this fabulous, fabulous design, a keyring or whatever it is, you know, somebody might stop you and say, oh, I like that on your bag. Where'd you get that from? Well, I made it. I am a jewellery maker, and actually I'm at this craft stall. You can find me just over there. You know, and it's going to get people to your craft stall as well at the same time. £34 and 95 pence you. Loads and loads of you there. Well done if you managed to get this. I think that's a great gift idea as well. If you've got somebody, if you know somebody that is a jewellery maker that's got an absolute stash and a half, what a great gift that would be, wouldn't it?
It's a fantastic bag. It's all you need when you go travel somewhere because it has so many pockets, so much storage, and it's so happy looking with all the colours.
It is, isn't it? I think it's probably fair to say it's the biggest one, isn't it? It's the biggest storage bag that we have there, and with all those different compartments that you've got, all those, you can pretty much take everything with you. You could even take a couple of those out. You could get your lunch in there, you know, you can get your tablet in there, you can get your design book in there, your calculator, your cash, everything in one bag. Well done if you've managed to get that. Loads of you with these in baskets. Make sure you're checking out. There's no guarantee it's going to be any quantity left tonight. Well done. Right, jump rings. About 20 minutes time. Oh, this is a massive stash. 400 jump rings that are gold plated. We had 200 earlier on that were 95 sterling silver that went to £34.95 for 200. They weren't gold plated, they were 95 sterling silver. That was an amazing deal. These 400 coming up for you in about 20 minutes time. Now, one of my favourite gemstones, only 7 chances this will be on and gone. The garden party, you saw the little advert actually on the break there. I popped into the garden party and we've got kind of these baskets of kind of loose cabochons and then mixed strands that are in bags, and you know, you kind of help yourself, and a lot of the ladies were going through, and 2 people at the garden party said to me, oh, can you help me find some chromed upside? I said, you'll be lucky. We did. We couldn't find any in the shop that day. We couldn't find any. I'm bringing you 42 carats of chrome diopside for you now. My goodness me, the vividness of colour, the saturation of colour in this gemstone is phenomenal. Completely natural gemstone, collector's gemstone we are looking at here, coming all the way from Russia, Siberia in Russia, where often temperatures can reach as low as minus 45 degrees, which is pretty chilly. More often than not, the ground is frozen over solid, so it's an impossible task for us to gain access to that mine. There's the mine there. Impossible task to get into that mine. 2 months of the year, July and August, it might warm up a little bit to say minus 25, and we may be able to gain access to that mine then. Again, it's a very big if. And then you've got the if we find any chromed upside, if there's any of gemstone quality. You know, when you break that all down, this is a very, very rare gemstone that we are looking at. Can you imagine going into a mine like that and seeing this colour just shimmering away there in that mine? That would just be mind-blowing. Mother Nature created this colour. No help from man whatsoever. 100% natural. You've got faceted one nails, 3x2 to 5x2 millimetres in size. That is a 19 centimetre strand. My top 6 gemstones, all green, and this is right up there as one of them. The vividness of colour, how striking this colour is in designs. It looks incredible. You've got the colour, Mother Nature's backdrop there. It will work with anything and everything in your stash. In fact, the gold jump rings that I just had, how fabulous with these gold jump rings. That richness of gold, that warmth, that crispness of the green. They're an absolute match, aren't they? With just 4 chances left in the pot. What would you do with these, Nadja, do you think?
I would probably make a really decadent bracelet with those, and what would I put with it? Maybe some aquamarine would sort of set off the green nicely. Yeah. They're just beautiful. Such a rich, dark green. That's what I always liked about chrome diopside. Yeah. Really is very distinctive.
It's fabulous, isn't it? And do you know what? I don't think there's such a thing as bead quality chrome diopside. If there is, I've never seen it. I really, really haven't. The clarity that you are looking at here, this is gemstone quality. That's the kind of quality that you would expect to see in solid gold jewellery. 42 carats at just £24 £195 for you this afternoon. 0800 644 655 NICD 82 is your code for this one. Collectors are hot on their heels for this one. Well done. Loads of collectors coming in. Congratulations to you. I'm down to the final 3 chances. Get your certificate of authenticity with this one. It is a rarity. To get this quality, this colour, this carat weight at £24.95 is phenomenal. Final 2 chances in the vault now, and I've got about 17 in baskets and quite a few of you on the phone lines as well, so it is a race to the finishing post. Well done if you've managed to get that. Right, S-hooks, more storage. Brilliant. Now, have a look. I'll just get a few of these out for you. Different designs you've got here. These, make them a feature in your designs. They are so sizable. Now, you're going to get quite a selection now. I'll show you the 4 different designs that I've got there. Look at the size of these. They're absolutely huge. And US hooks used for finishing off pieces like bracelets and necklaces. 48 of them you've got in total. Wow, 150 grams in total. Now, they are all silver plated. So with your silver plating, you've got that base metal there, which is copper, which is really, really durable. You've then got the silver plating there, which is giving you the look of solid 925 sterling silver and the luster of solid 925 sterling silver, but you don't have the price tag of solid 925 sterling silver. So you're still getting that really, really high-end finish. These, actually, they're so decorative. I couldn't hide these, again, behind the back of the neckline or the back of the wrist. I would be making those a feature. Perhaps asymmetrical design in a really, really long necklace. I think they would look fabulous. Really secure fastening as well, especially when you've got weighty pieces, you know. So say you've got some really huge rounds that you've perhaps restranded. Class like this, that's really going to hold that weight fantastically for you. SUAZ42. I'm going to show you the storage box as well, because once you've used all of these, if you've come in and got perhaps your seed beads today, or you're going to come in and get the 400 jump rings that we've got a little bit later on for you, you've got your storage box. As Nadja was saying earlier on, sometimes storage can be so expensive elsewhere, can't it?
Really
just for storage alone.
I've actually got that box.
Yeah.
I bought it, and I just need more of them. I constantly need to fill up my storage space because for some reason it just seems to fill up more and more and more. So
yeah. That's what you find, isn't it?
Yeah.
You come in every day and buy, you know, gemstones and findings and wire and all of that, and then you get it home and think, now where am I going to put it? SUAZ42 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. £21 and 95 pence for you. You've got your 2 jump rings. I'm just going to check as well. Yep, they're open jump rings. To see, they're so well cut that you just can't see where they've been cut on the clasp as well. How much does that work out to? This 31 pence per finding. We're at £14 and 95 pence. That is incredible value. If you are somebody that perhaps spends all day, every day making jewellery pieces, if you do craft fairs, planning for your next craft fair, perhaps you will get through quite a lot of these. Always worth keeping your stash topped up. And if you're brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, you're thinking, I quite like those actually, you know, perhaps base your design around these as well. Nothing to say you can't wire wrap your microfaceted gemstones around that and make that a feature. You can in fact use that as a charm as opposed to a clasp or a pendant if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. SUAZ42 is your code for this one. 10 minutes to go. That is all until those sterling silver jump rings that are gold plated. I know guest designer Fleur is watching today. I know that she's going to be coming in and multi-buying for those. 400. That is somebody that gets through 3,000 a week approximately. 0800 644 655. Well done. Right. Let's bring you some lapis rondelles. These are gorgeous. Now, did you manage to get those tiny 1mm tubes that I had yesterday? Now, these are gorgeous. I've only got 20 left. They were in a kit once upon a time. I've now got them by themselves. These are really, really... I don't think I've ever seen this shape before. Plain rondelles. Not sure I've ever seen this shape in lapis before. They are really, really beautiful. We have packed them onto this strand as well. 110 cat. I love that. Producer Danny getting very passionate in the gallery. Do you know what? I don't like that word plain. There is nothing plain about these, let me tell you. There isn't, is there? You're absolutely right. When we say plain, basically what we're just saying is they're not faceted. But they are. The thing is, when you have a faceted gemstone, so facets in a gemstone will help create luster and sparkle, if you like. So the light will bounce off them and kind of reflect back. So it'll give you sparkle when you move that gemstone. But when you've got this plain gemstone, it gives you that bigger surface area, and the light just travels around a rondelle beautifully when they are not faceted, as opposed to that light bouncing straight back off. It just travels around the gemstone beautifully. 6 by 4 millimeters in size in your rondelles there. I mean, just literally, I would have these stretchy bracelet, take the gold jump rings again. Gold jump rings. If I can pick some up. In between, you've got it, Claire. In between each one, you stretch your bracelet, the gold and the lapis. And although my go-to is always silver with lapis, it's got to be gold. And I think everybody is, because of those beautiful golden inclusions. They look phenomenal, don't they? Oh, last 20. Where is the rule book? There isn't one. There just isn't one. £6.95. DHKY09 is your code for this. So I'm going to count out 20 actually. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now would you look at that? There's a good 100 on that strand, I think you'll agree. Samantha in Cumbria says those are the bracelet with an S clasp. Oh yes, Samantha in Cumbria. Hope you've managed to get them, because I'd actually love to see that design. They are beautiful. 0800 644 655 or on the web jewellerymaker.com. That's an add it to your order price tag today. If you're brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, that price tag on your screen right now, that's all you're paying, plus your postage and packaging, which is £2.95 standard here in the UK. So actually, with your P&P, that's under £10. And did you know that you can shop with us as many times as you like, from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight, and you will only pay one postage and packaging, even if you order 100 things from us. And that parcel is huge. One postage and packaging, £2.95, and that's incredible, isn't it? Lots of multi-buyers. Julian Dumfries in Galloway, you've got 2. Elizabeth in Cleveland, well done, you've managed to get 3. Collected in the West Midlands has got 2 as well. Pauline in Devon, you're there. Lisa, congratulations. Anne-Marie, Elaine, Pauline, well done. Collected in Greater London. Jenny in Bristol. Marie in West Lothian, you're there as well. Love that colour. It's one of those colours, actually. You've got like kind of denim blues there as well, haven't you? Everybody's got a pair of jeans. How fabulous would those look with your jeans and T-shirt? Blue jeans, white T-shirt. Gorgeous. Right. I couldn't see for looking then. Check these out. Anything that comes out of a gold box. Only got 3. Bridal commissions. Definitely. Look at the colour. The richness, the depth of blue that you have there. Oh my days. There's only 3, Nadja, I'm sorry. Director Claire has just said that is definitely the best strand of sapphire we have ever had. Probably why we've only got 3 chances available. You have 30 carats of genuine blue sapphire. Your faceted pairs, 4x3 to 8x5. Do you know, I've got to be honest with you, those colours for me are very reminiscent of Ceylon. Very reminiscent of Ceylon sapphire, that richness, and you know, they are completely natural. 100% natural blue sapphire. This making up only 5% of the entire world supply. 4x3 to 8x5 millimeters in size. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 42, 4, 6, 8. There's approximately 48 gemstones. This for me is the kind of design definitely I can imagine Catherine Middleton wearing. All of these just simply re-stranded onto a, can you imagine? Say if you've got some really beautiful 925 sterling silver chain, oval links, and you just take your head pins, featherweight head pins, and you wrap those onto that, just a huge, oh my gosh, can you imagine the valuation of something like this? I've got one chance left. Well done if you've already managed to check out. £59 and 95 pence for you this afternoon. Use them sparingly or go to town on your own design. Just make it for you and go to town. Or bridal designs, again, you could just be popping one of those into a design, couldn't you? One of those into a design in a bridal commission, and that would look so stunning. Last chance. I've got about 7 in baskets right now, and a couple of you on the telephone lines fighting it out for the very last chance. Use your 30-day money back guarantee. If you're not entirely made your mind up, but you're thinking, oh, I don't want to miss out, there's only one left, just check it out. Check it out. Use your 30-day money back guarantee. For whatever reason you get this home and you think, no, I've changed my mind, just send it back. That is natural sapphire. Well done if you've managed to get that. Oh my days, when you thought pearls couldn't get any bigger. Wow. Have a look. I think we've got an extra millimetre than we had earlier on. I think the ones we had earlier were 10 by 11. These are 10 by 12 to 14 by 10. Oh my days, they are huge, genuine, natural pearls. Check out the luster. Check out your pearlescence that you have there. They are phenomenal. Earlier on we had a strand of pearls and I was talking to you about rarity, and I know that here at Jewellery Maker, if you are somebody that's been with us for a long time, you're somebody that tunes in every day, you might think they're not rare because we have them a lot. But actually, when you break it down to how these are formed and the chances of actually getting a gemstone quality pearl is very slim. So that's just for one pearl. But then when you put that into a strand of, oh, just look at the size of them. They are colossal. When you look at the size of these gemstones, bearing in mind that they've taken years and years to grow to form a nacre of this thickness, you are looking at something that is incredibly rare. Now, perhaps you're tuning in for the first time today here at Jewellery Maker, seeing, you know, maybe you've dipped your toes every now and again and you're just thinking, what's it all about, you know? It might be that somebody has perhaps told you before about the value you get here at Jewellery Maker. Perhaps you think, right, well, if they're selling pearls for these prices, surely they're not great. I mean, surely the quality is not great, you know. Maybe we're getting coloured gemstones that are poor in colour, you know, kind of chips and nuggets all the time. You could be more wrong. We don't compromise anywhere. The prices here at Jewellery Maker are simply down to our gem hunter and our buying power. Our buying power here at Jewellery Maker is just phenomenal, and luckily for you, that means you can get great prices too. Now, pearls, certainly for me, I always remember, you know, kind of when I was little and growing up, you know, I might see somebody wearing a pearl necklace in you know, a glossy magazine, because I think for me instantly I think bridal, but I also think Hollywood icons. So big pearls like this make me think of Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe. You know, they make me think A-lister. And I think pearls have that certain air about them, don't they? They make you think high-end, they make you think wealth. So automatically, I grew up thinking there's no way I would ever be able to get a genuine pearl necklace. You know, you'd look at a photograph of Elizabeth Taylor and think, nah, I'm never going to be able to have a piece of jewellery like that. Do you know what? You can. £19.95. All you need to do is get this strand home and decide what you want to do with it. So it could be, no way. It could be that you make pearl earrings with these, and actually that's a lot of pairs of earrings you've got there. It could be that you simply restrand them, pearl knot them, and add a 925 sterling silver clasp and sell them on. It might be that you pearl knot them at a 95 clasp and have that as your family heirloom piece, that you pass that down through generations. Whatever you want to do with these is entirely up to you. You have got them today at just £14.95. Do you own any pearls, Nadja?
I've got a few strands,
yeah,
but nothing as big as those.
They are huge, aren't they?
I mean, I just restrand them on their own like that, or maybe the Tanzanite in between those that we had earlier. That was stunning. Or even the Sapphire.
Do you know what? The chromed up side. I've just seen the chromed up side, and I thought, you know what? Oh my gosh! Can you even begin to imagine? They are stunning. Do you know, £14.95. Get this home again. Valuations well worth doing with something like this. YEDP78 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. I do believe it's time to jump. Sorry. It's time for you to start buying jumpings. I can see you, guest designer Fleur Hastings. She's getting ready to check out, I tell you. 400 jump rings. 400. The biggest bundle of 925 jump rings I've ever seen. Now, earlier on, I had a bundle for you. So they were 925 jump rings, and there was 200. And they were the 7mm jump rings. And they went down to £34.95. Incredible. There are 400 jump rings for you here. Two fantastic sizes. You've got your 5mm and your 6mm jump rings there. 200 of each. So the gram weight on these, we know that is going to be ridiculously high. Ridiculous. So bearing in mind that the prices for silver have already gone up quite a bit in the last couple of months, so much so that in fact our buying team just gave us a heads up and said, look, going forward we may see an increase in silver prices because prices have gone up generally in the industry, so we're going to be paying more for our silver. So in the 6mm jump rings you have 22.5 grams of 925 sterling silver. And in the 5mm, you've got 18.5 grams. That is 41 grams across 400 jump rings. But I just want to stop you there, because that 41 grams, that isn't just 925 sterling silver, is it? You've also got a lot of gold there as well. Actual gold. Now, it might be that you think, okay, well, you know, if I go for gold, it's more high-end, solid gold. If you like, it is kind of high-end, more high-end, if you like. But the thing is, when it comes to gold versus silver, so these are 9 carat gold plated. But 9 carat gold is actually quite soft. Gold as a precious metal is actually quite soft. So when it comes to durability versus 925 sterling silver, actually your 925 sterling silver is very strong. So that's going to give you incredible durability versus your gold. So yes, in one way you are looking at something that is more high-end. When you're looking at gold, it is generally more expensive. But actually, as far as durability is concerned, with the silver versus gold, you're going to get better durability from these. You've got the look of gold, you've got the durability of 925 sterling silver in there as well. Now, we tell you that 925 adds value to your designs, which it does, but you've got gold plating here as well. Gold plated 925 sterling silver, really, really high end. So for the pearl necklace that we've just had, it might be that you want to use some of those as spacers, because jump rings typically, they are used to finish off your design. So it will be to attach a clasp to, if you like, or attach that fastening to at the end of your necklace, or look at those. Nadja, with that design, you have literally just connected them, haven't you?
I did, and I've got loads left as well.
Wow. Do you know how many you used approximately?
Not really sure. I could count quickly.
Don't worry. I don't know. Maybe we're looking at 100. Do you think there?
No, I don't think it would be 100.
No?
I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4,
there are
5. Maybe. Yeah, maybe about 50.
Do you think? Is that all?
Yeah,
wow.
Not many.
So really,
I'm not sure. So
not touch, hardly touch the bundle there. And that's a bracelet that is 95 sterling silver, that is gold plated as well. So really, really high end. And that is just a very basic chainmail weave that you can do as well. So there are hundreds and hundreds of weaves that you could do with these size jump rings. Hundreds of weaves. If you are doing chainmail, then 400 jump rings, that's going to go a long way. If you're not doing chainmail and you're just using these typically to finish off your pieces, 400, that's going to last you a long, long time. CMGC72 is your code for this one. Always great to have this colour in your stash, this high end. If somebody wants a commission from you, perhaps Tanzanite, perhaps pearls, perhaps sapphire, they're going to want the cream of the crop. They will want the best. And isn't it great that you can offer that to them as well? £60 and 90 pence, both packs of these individually priced on the web. Brilliant. Fantastic. 40 something grams of 925 sterling silver and gold you've got there. But that's not where we're staying today. We're going even lower. Star buy. This is really, really cheeky. CMGC72. I promised you under £50. Get out of town. Does that not mean that we are paying just £5 more for 200 more jump rings than we were earlier on that are gold plated as well? £39.95. I can almost see guest designer Fleur Hastings. I'm sure she's just fallen over running for the phone. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 0800 644 655. This is just about as high end as it gets as far as kind of precious metals are concerned. Gold, we don't have that very often, the solid gold ones. This is just so good for value. I mean, £39.95. You've got 400 jump rings. What does that work out to per piece, per component? 9 pence per jump ring. Two fantastic, fantastic sizes. I've got multi-buyers left, right and centre for these. Use them as spacers in your design to throwing that, throwing that luster to your designs. If you're making stretchy bracelets and you perhaps want to add charms, pop your jump rings in there. It means you've got that connection to add your charm to as well. What kind of price tag do you think you'd pop on that kind of design?
With that amount of silver, probably about £40–50.
There you go. Money back on the bracelet. And you know what? Nadja could do that about 8 times over with the amount of jump rings she's got there, approximately. We are laughing all the way to the bank here. Catherine in Lancashire, Patricia in Bristol, Maxine in Tennessee, Catherine in Hampshire, you've got 2, Alice in Essex, Mary in Kent, Collect in Somerset, Karen in Northamptonshire, Christine in Lancashire, Carol in Greater London, Sandra in Cheshire. I'm not sure if we've ever done a deal like this before. Because didn't you say to me, Danny, earlier on that you'd put this bundle together? Don't you just love him? That little face. Look what he's done for you today. £39.95. I mean, 200. So 200 we had earlier on that were 95 sterling silver, and we sold those for £34 a night. That was a fantastic deal. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy low. Janine in Nottinghamshire, Miriam, well done. Philippa, Catherine, well done to you. Patricia, you've got yours. Jackie in Shropshire, Barbara, Collect in Gloucestershire, Lee in Cardiff, Collect in Greater London, Sharon in Lancashire, Vivian, you've just joined me. Sandra, well done. Gail, you're in. Wendy, congratulations, you've got yours. Well done. Tina, you're there as well. Elizabeth, you've just joined me. Lillian, congratulations to you. Annual there, well done. I've got Wendy there. There are so many of you coming in for these. Massive, massive congratulations. Just look at how many jump rings you've got there. They are going to go on and on and on. Gold plated 925 sterling silver. Keep coming through on the telephone lines. If you've got a phone in your hand right now, press your number 1 button and confirm with the call centre. If you are on the Webbers, just make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. I've never seen a deal like this before on jump rings. Do you know what? I can't see Fleur's name. This is really worrying me that she's not watching right now. She's going to miss out on this. I might get them for her if there's any left at the end of the show. Madeline in South Yorkshire, Jackie in Shropshire, Barbara in Somerset, you're there as well. Barbara in Gloucestershire, you've just about got lots of Barbaras coming in today. Massive, massive, well done. When does that happen? Midnight. So at midnight tonight, that price tag is going to go back up to £60.90. You have until midnight to check out your basket, but as there are so many people coming through on the phone lines and on the web, Mary in Kent says, wow, thank you, Chain. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Chain. Thank you. Chain Mail, here I come. Plus for high-end and finishing. There you go. I mean, for me, if I'm going to have a bracelet design, you know, I'd actually want that to be a minimum of 95 cents so that I can wear every single day. As I said before, you've got that durability, you've got that value there as well in these. Just 400. Do you know, when I saw these early on, I really thought that they were just because of the number of jump rings that I had there. I thought, well, they're just obviously gold-plated copper. The grammage on these as well. I mean, with today's silver prices, who's to say that in a year's time, I mean, if we did this kind of deal, that we wouldn't be looking at kind of double the price tag with silver prices going up. It is a one-off deal. It's not the kind of deal that we see every day of the week here at Jewellery Maker. For, you know, 925, when you think about our findings pack, so if we have a 925 findings pack, if that be just 925 or gold plated, generally you get about 20 jump rings in those findings packs. We then had bags of jump rings that have been kind of 50. So if we get 50, that's great. Earlier on we had 200, which I said then is the biggest bundle of jump rings I've ever bought you in 925. This has just topped it. Just topped it. £39.95 for 400 jump rings. That is fantastic. And well done with the bracelet, Nadja, because that's gorgeous as well.
It's just really, the jump rings really give such a nice finish as well, because no matter what you do, they always really look stunning and it's perfect because they're just great.
It's the weight to it as well, isn't it? 95 sterling silver, you know, you've got that fantastic weight. It feels high-end, doesn't it? It looks high-end as well. That is such a beautiful, beautiful design. At $39.95, well done if you have managed to get those. Do you know, I've had a lot to choose from today. Loads. But with my recent research, looking at prices and the lack of this gemstone, I've chosen Morganite as my presenter's pick. Wow. I mean, when we say size matters, goodness me, these are like boulders of Morganite. Wow. It's one of those gemstones that commands such high prices when set into jewellery. It really, really does. It's probably one of the most feminine gemstones that there are. It's just incredibly delicate in its hue. So pink. Look at this. Look at the individual sizes of these gemstones. My goodness me. 12 by 10 to 19 by 12 millimeters in size. Look at this. I mean, these larger gemstones at the bottom, phenomenal. Now, Morganite is a gemstone that massive, big jewellery designers use. So we're talking kind of Astley Clark, Alex Monroe, Monica Veneda. A couple of weeks ago, I went onto one of their websites because, you know, I'd heard that there's been an extreme lack of this gemstone of late. Prices have risen again. Tend to find that with coloured gemstones, they do fluctuate quite a lot. And tend, when I say fluctuate, I mean just go up really. You don't really very often see them go down. So I went onto one of these designer websites a couple of weeks ago. On two of the websites that I just mentioned, I typed in onto the search bar Morganite and it said no results found. I couldn't find any Morganite jewellery on their websites. And do you know what? I thought, wow, you know, literally everybody is struggling to get their hands on this gemstone at the moment. They really, really are. If you type it into a search engine and you find Morganite jewellery next to a designer name, I doubt very much you'll be looking at anything under 3 figures. Now you've got a massive 165 carats. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 individual gemstones. If we break that down per gemstone individually, that is a massive carat weight. The kind of carat weight 13 3/4 averagely per gemstone. Do you know what I think? Even if you went into a designer boutique and asked for a 13 carat solitaire, I think they'd struggle. I really do. I don't think there's many that would say, oh, I've got one for you here. There might be a couple that say, oh, I can probably get one for you. And there's your first cost incurred straight away because they've got to go and search for it for you. Now, when it comes to Morganite, again, quite often it's a gemstone that is treated. This is completely natural, 100% natural. That colour right there is exactly the colour that Mother Nature intended. Textbook pinks you've got there, just phenomenal. And in jewellery, it's a great gemstone as well. It's approximately 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale, which is a scale of hardness. So durability, again, Morganite is an incredibly durable gemstone. It really is up there on the Mohs scale. So popping that into a ring or anything like that, and that's what you want with your jewellery. Whenever you're making jewellery, you know, you want pieces that are going to last. You really want them to last, don't you? Can I just say, and genuinely, I mean this, if I were to wire wrap any of these into rings, it would be 925 sterling silver wire without a doubt. A gemstone of this size, if I'm selling that, and and honestly, genuinely, knowing what I know about Morganite, this particular gemstone here, this size in 925 sterling silver wire, no matter where I'm selling, you're looking at a minimum of £70 for that one gemstone with 925 sterling silver. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Again, it's up to you. It's entirely up to you. If you want to pass your deals on, that's absolutely fine. I would strongly recommend getting a certificate of authenticity with this one. Because under £20, it doesn't seem quite right, does it? And if you sat there as a new viewer here at Jewellery Maker thinking, hang on a minute, you know, perhaps you're tuning in to Jewellery Maker because you're not a jewellery maker, but you're a gem collector and you know that you can get incredible prices for genuine gemstones. £19.95. Always going to be a popular gemstone because it is so feminine. I've got multi-buyers on this one. That is very clever buying, especially with the current situation of Morganite as well. Get it while you can. 165 carats XHRU 57 is your code for that one. Well done. I love those. Right, the black pearls. Ooh, look at these. These are the buttons. Love these. With that flat side on these, it really can open up a lot of scope for designs as well. These are beautiful. And you know, that it's, again, black pearls, but for me, there's certainly a lot of peacock hues coming through there. I can see greens, I can see pinks, I can see the teals coming through there as well. These are gorgeous. Your side drilled black freshwater culture pearl buttons you've got here. 10 by 9 millimeters in size. Nadja, I'm imagining these would look great in macrame, especially with the peacock colours that we had earlier on as well.
They would. Just a very simple sort of square knot design with those would be fantastic. And add a bit of seed beads in between as a decoration. They're just fantastic. Pearls in general just look nice in a macrame design.
Do you know, and I think as well, with pearls, it's a win-win gemstone. You know, it doesn't matter what your age, they are a timeless classic, aren't they? You know, they're always going to be a popular choice. It's a gemstone that's never going to date. And in anything, you know, alongside polymer clay, alongside your macrame, your kumihimo, in with your chainmail, they're going to look fantastic as well. Absolutely anything and everything these will work with. They're 10 by 9 millimeters in size, really sizable again for you there. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, approximately 40 at £12.95. Phenomenal for genuine pearls. Now, just have a think for a minute. If you're making a pair of earrings with these, so if you're making a pair of earrings, you're going to use just 2 gemstones and you're using 95 sterling silver earring findings. What kind of price would you pop on those at home? I doubt very much that with 925, any of you are saying less than £10.
I saw a bracelet on a stand once. I think it was a Christmas market. It was just a very simple bracelet like that. And it was £45.
Wow.
£45 for just a bracelet with...
Do you know, and honestly, the fact that Nadja just said it was £45 makes me think it was synthetic. Because I think that's too low, you see. But this is this is what I mean. It's perceived value, isn't it? So for you might think, wow, £45 is a lot of money for a pearl bracelet. But for me, if I see, because that's actually quite low, so I think if I saw a pearl bracelet at £45, I might be questioning its authenticity. That's me, perhaps because I've worked in the gem industry, but this is when I talk about having your authenticity card, if you can. If you're somebody that's going to be passing on your deals, selling these at £5 a pair, do get that certificate of authenticity. Extra 25 pence if you print it off. Extra 25 pence if you add it to your order. Free of charge if you print it off at the web. There we go. See, £45, really reasonable. It's still not a jewellery maker price though, is it? No. Ooh. Creme de la creme. Cream of the crop. When was the last time you saw an emerald with clarity? Do you know, I can count on one finger the amount of times I've seen emeralds with clarity. Genuinely. It's my favourite gemstone in the whole wide world. Emeralds are not generally gemstones that you see with fantastic clarity. I cannot believe that we have this. Not only does this have fantastic clarity, this is Colombian 10 carats of some of the most sought after emeralds in the world. Oh yeah. When it comes to gemstones and gem collectors, a lot of gem collectors will want specific locations for gemstones. With emeralds, one of those locations is indeed Colombia. It is some of the most sought after, can be some of the most considered prices in your emerald. Now, Colombia is famed for giving us this more, I'm going to say, spearmint hue. It's not a deep green like your Brazilian. It's not a vibrant green like your Zambian. It is more of a pastel, more of a minty hue, if you like, to your Colombian emerald. I have never seen clarity quite like this in any of our emeralds here at Jewellery Maker. That is exceptional. Gemstone quality and some is what we're looking at here. 2x1 to 3x2 millimeters in size, and that is an 18 centimeter strand. On the web, £24.95. I would be multi-buying. Not today because you're watching live. PXUD58 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Doesn't want to move, does it? £19. £19, and definitely get a certificate of authenticity with this one without a shadow of a doubt. I wouldn't compromise on a precious metal. Absolute minimum of 925 sterling silver. In fact, I'd be tempted to use those jump rings as well. They are stunning. Can you imagine these with pearls? Colombian emerald and pearls. Perhaps channel setting these into the rings as well. They would be perfect for that. I cannot believe the clarity. Can you imagine? Can you imagine these outside in natural daylight with that clarity and that faceting? Director Claire says, how about with the chromed upside? Oh, now you're talking. Look at those greens. Oh, what a combination. You could almost use your Colombian emeralds as spacers in between your chromed upside there, couldn't you? They are phenomenal. PXUD 58 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. Have we got more sapphire? Did you say blue sapphire? No. No. I've got pink sapphire, I think. Oh, go on then. If your birthday is in July 24th, your birthstone is ruby. If you've got a 40th wedding anniversary coming up, this would be perfect. Guys, look at this. Oh, I've never ever seen this before. Isn't this just the most beautiful, beautiful pendant? That's gorgeous. Look at the amount of 925 sterling silver you've got there as well. Your birthstone kit, 925 sterling silver, featuring 33 points. That is a third of a carat of faceted ruby you've got there. Look at all of that silver. My goodness me. Now, this will come as separate components. So you've got your pendant there. You've got your chain, which is 45 centimetres in length, which is approximately 17 3/4 inches. You've got your lobster claw fastening there as well. And you've got 2 jump rings, open jump rings that are 6 millimetres in size. Now, I'm just looking at the chain here and thinking, would I need to use those other 2 jump rings? I wouldn't. You wouldn't need to use those other 2 jump rings if you didn't want to at all. You could if you wanted to change the design up a little bit. Yeah, jump rings on the end of the chain. So actually, you get kind of 2 extra jump rings there when you don't really need them, but just use them, save them, they're 95 sterling silver. So I'm just going to drop that chain in through the bail there on the necklace. All you need to do is pop your pendant on the chain, add your jump ring. Oh no, you don't need to add your jump rings. We've just talked about this, haven't we? You've got your jump rings on the end there. Add your lobster claw fastening as well. And that's it. Job done. How expensive does that look as well? It looks really high end, doesn't it?
Such a perfect gift.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
if my dad wasn't my dad, I would buy him that for his birthday. He's in July. So
Oh.
it's beautiful.
Oh, do you know what? Your birthday doesn't need to be in July. I just buy it anyway. If you want to buy somebody a just because gift for love, for romance, perhaps, you know, your mum's birthday is coming up, your sister, your best friend, perhaps. If you went on to a high street jeweller's to try and get anything like this, you know, you've got a 33-point genuine ruby there. I think we'd be looking high double figures, you know. I really, really do. 0800 644 655 IBWD 12 at just £12.95 to you. Isn't that a great, great price tag as well? You know, for the newbie here at Jewellery Maker as well, you know, just starting out, all you've got to do is simply open and close a couple of jump rings and pop your lobster claw fastening on there. If you need some essential tools with your first order, you will get a booklet and you'll get the DVD as well, and that will tell you some of the essential tools that you need in there. If you've got your chain nose pliers, couple of pairs of pliers, you can quite easily open and close jump rings and you'll be able to make that piece and say that you've made it as well. IBWD 12, the gram weight on this must be huge as well. There's some serious grammage, 5.5 grams of 925 sterling silver. If you wanted to use them as separate components, you could use the chain by itself with something else. You could attach the heart pendant to a bracelet if you wanted to. No problem. IBWD 12 is your code for that one. Well done if you managed to get it. Do you know what? We've had loads of blue gemstones today. It's been very, very blue. And I'm going to finish with just some beautifully sparkly sapphire. Look at these. 45 carats. Really, really sparkly. Now with sapphire, because you have such depth of colour, you don't generally get brilliance. So brilliance is internal light that comes from within gemstones that makes gemstones sparkle from within, if you like, or gives them an inner glow. So as I say, because you've got such depth of colour here, you don't get internal brilliance. So a lot of the time with gemstones like this, we will facet them so that you get lustre instead of your brilliance. So just because you've got a gemstone with depth of colour doesn't mean that you're not going to get sparkle I mean, look at those. You've got the best of both worlds. That colour, that is just stunning. Faceted rondelles, 3x1 to 5x3 millimetres in size, 19 centimetre strand. We had some faceted drops, didn't we? Earlier on, sapphire drops. We had another strand of faceted, not faceted, plain rounds as well. You can incorporate those into different designs if you wanted to. No problem at all. All into the same design if you want to. They'd look great, wouldn't they? GD, RU70 at just £17 and 95 pence. We're under £20. Isn't that just incredible? If you haven't opened up your order yet, do you know what? You can do it now. Jenny will be with you in a couple of minutes' time, taking you through on the Late Show with some more incredible deals. Right. I'm coming over, Nadja, to have a closer look at the bracelet. We set Nadja a challenge earlier on. 400 jump rings. Wow. Bracelet, look at this. I just wanted to
It's so easy to make as well.
Yeah.
It's all just opening and closing. Beautiful.
How long did it take you, actually?
Not long.
No?
I'm not really sure how long, but it was really quick because all you really do is add the jump rings. And no matter if you're a beginner or advanced, it always looks perfect. So
they look gorgeous, don't they? Still got 10 in baskets. 400 jump rings, I should say. 400 jump rings that we took down to an amazing £39.95. Should have been over £60 for those on the web. They are gorgeous. Oh, you made another bracelet.
Yes, was with the sort of satin cord.
Oh, with the satin cord that we had earlier on as well. That is so, so pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous colours. Love that one. When are you back, Nadja?
On the 3rd of 4th of August, yes.
On a mid-show morning?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check my email.
Righty-ho. Keep your eyes on our website page and on Facebook as well. We always keep you updated with the schedules, upcoming guest designers and shows as well. I will be back with you tomorrow. Who have we got on tomorrow's show? I can't quite remember. Natalie is on tomorrow's show, so do make sure you're coming back then. Jenny will be here next with guest designer Sheila, taking you through the Late Show. They've got some cracking deals. Labradorite bezels, I'm going to get those, I think. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your evening, have a great one, have a safe one, and I shall see you back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Take care.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are